play with the undefeated 3-0 Bayshore Bruins. I'm Joe Collis, filling in for the famous Mike Sanders tonight, and I'll be bringing you the play-by-play of tonight's game. And joining me in the booth is Mike's partner, Mr. Mike Brooks, who will be explaining the action, and I'm so excited to be working with you, Mr. Brooks.
You know, Joe, it's great to have you here. And I think, honestly, I'm sure Mr. Sanders is listening in, but as I told you before, I think that you're going to do us a disservice because you're going to make us look bad, sir.
Well, I'm not here to make anybody look bad. I'm just here to have a good time and call some Southeast High football with you, my fellow swim coach. I'm glad to be able to fill in. I think we need to give a huge thanks to our principal, Mrs. Rosa Faison, for allowing me to be up here in the booth while the rest of the admin team kind of handles downstairs the on-field things like I'm normally doing.
Absolutely. And, so thanks, Rosa. It was really nice of her to be able to, last-minute notice, let me take you away from your administrative duties and actually let you have some fun. Tell me about that game last week, 40-3.
Well, I tell you, if you open the paper on a Saturday morning after that, you would probably say, wow, the offense just killed it.
Well, yeah, I would say so.
You see all those points, but not very often that a defense scores 4 touchdowns in a game. The defense just absolutely took off and did a great job and took over that game. And they started off a little slow, but then came on hard and heavy in the second half.
Well, I'm sure Lakewood Ranch is not real happy that our quarterback, Gabe, came over from there. But anyway, and so right now we're sitting 2-1. We have, Palmetto is a powerhouse, and that's going to help us in our standings at the end of the year based on strength of schedule. But otherwise, I think we're doing pretty good, and I think we have a real chance here tonight against Bayshore.
I agree with you 100%. That first game of the season, that was a tough L, but, that was a good team over there across the bridge in Palmetto Tigers. And it was a sloppy conditions. We gave the ball away way too many times in that game, but kind of typical for an opening game, if you will, with so many young people on your roster. I mean, you look up and down this roster for us, and we've got so many sophomores and underclassmen playing, and I think that was, a big part of it as well. The atmosphere could have been something to do with it over there, but all in all, I will say that I think Coach Timmons and his staff have been doing a great job getting these guys better and better each week, and I think they're ready to go tonight in this opening district play.
Well, I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've been on air, and we're really, really sorry about that, but our listening audience has to understand that we have a significant investment in the equipment that we bring out. And if it's raining, we don't have a chance to replace that equipment, folks. That's one and done. We got it because of a grant basically a job that we had done with the Civil Engineering Corps, U.S. Army, and they paid fairly handsomely, and we were able to pick up some good equipment because of that. But that equipment is what we have, and if it gets rained on, or if it gets dropped someplace because it's slick or whatever the case may be, it doesn't get replaced. So we have to be really, really careful. So, folks, we're really, really sorry we haven't been here for a couple of weeks, but you know what? We're here now.
Absolutely, and thank you for explaining all of that. One thing I want to say to chime in off of that is I get the opportunity to do baseball and softball games. I do the live broadcast for those, and I'm going to tell you, are these not the best kids in the country to work with? These kids are absolutely phenomenal. Miss Amanda Clark is absolutely tremendous. She's taken over and done a great job, and I'm telling you what, these young kids and this whole program is just – it's the best. It's the best in the country.
It is the best. And, our freshmen last year won the national championship. So
let me say that again. Say that again, Coach.
Our freshmen won the national championship.
Freshmen winning a national championship.
No, that was, cool. I believe, the 7th that we've taken over the years. And it just, it says something about the program here. I don't think you can find this program in any other high school in the country, at least not one to this level. We've got 7 cameras operating out there. We've got replay. Of course, we're the only adults pretty much on the whole team here.
Well, us and Amanda, and that's for sure. I mean, these kids run the show. They're so respectful. They're so smart, courteous. They're just awesome kids. And what, think about this. School got out at what, 2:25 today, Mr. Brooks?
That's correct.
And these kids did not go home. They haven't been home. They've been here since school started this morning, setting all this up so, our lovely viewers can enjoy this game tonight. And just like always, but kudos to all the kids that are running this operation, and kudos to Amanda Clark. You guys truly are the best.
Looks like Bayshore won the toss. I'm trying to figure out who's going to receive.
They are going to receive, so Bayshore will receive. So that means we get to see our defense out on the field first, and that's a good thing. I always like to have that ball first coming into the second half. I like receiving the ball. It's just a personal thing of mine, but looking forward to that.
I'm actually kind of surprised at their choice of field because right now the sun's going to be a factor, and the receivers are going to be looking back into that sun for a little while. First quarter, I might have gone the other direction, Coach.
That's a good observation, Mr. Brooks. I do like that. But however, you do know that as that sun starts to set, it does go away pretty quickly. So maybe they know something we don't know.
Or they have it inside line.
I got a chance to, I always, when the opposing team comes, I always lead them back, show them where they're supposed to go, and greet them when they get here. I just think it's a courtesy thing that needs to be done. Let them know that we're here for them, and if they need anything, to reach out. And I got to introduce myself and meet the head coach for the Bayshore Bruins, Coach John Bazoons.
Yep.
What a great guy. He's doing a great job with this Bayshore program that's been down for a few years. And I'll tell you, I know this is a district game, and we hope to beat them up tonight because that's what we got to do. They're our enemy tonight for sure. But I will say it's good to see another county team having success.
Oh, absolutely.
I just don't want to see them have success against us tonight.
While we're here, we've had a long-standing relationship here at SET with Kaiser University. And we'd like to say that we're proud to announce that Kaiser University of Sarasota is once again a business partner of SETV. This is the 14th year that Kaiser has supported the television production program of Southeast High School. At Kaiser University's Sarasota campus, you can get the training you need to pursue a new career in the fields of business, criminal justice, education, healthcare, information technology, law, and much more. They offer associate, bachelor's, and graduate degree programs. Their Sarasota campus also offers a culinary arts, yum, and a baking, even better, pastry program. You can find out more about what Kaiser has to offer simply by going to their website at kaiseruniversity.edu.
Outstanding. You talk about that culinary program at Kaiser. I think it's a great time to give a shout out to the culinary program
here at Southeast
High School. And yes, I do go there 4 days a week. And I'll tell you what, that's also run by kids and our famous chef Jackie. And she does a tremendous job. I get the same thing every single day, and they know it. They know me by name. And I'll tell you what, it's a good operation. She does a great job. The kids are very respectful. So we have our own culinary program here.
Okay, and maybe our culinary program will feed their culinary program.
That would be outstanding. So we see the Seminoles about to take the field here. I got the big old Southeast flag up there being led by Cameron Rosario, one of our defensive superstars. He is also a wrestler here at Southeast High School and made it to the state tournament last year as a wrestler. That is something very difficult to do. Fine young man who's a senior and having a little difficulty with the flag flying there.
Well, that's an awful big flag.
It is a big flag, but it is good to see that school spirit out there right in the middle of our field. And look at these guys getting hyped up, ready to take it. And here they come. Here come those Southeast Seminoles. Wearing all black tonight, breaking out some new unis, all black. Those things look pretty sweet, Coach.
Well, you know what? Here's the cool thing about those. I may not have to use my binoculars.
I'm telling you, those numbers are pretty awesome to see, I can tell you that. So it looks like the team's pretty fired up, and we got Bayshore taking it over on the other side. Look at the difference. What I notice is, maybe it's just me, but we seem to have quite a few more players than they do.
You know what? We have more players, and you got to get a kick out of the band because tonight's the junior high school sort of induction night. So we've got our junior high schools here playing with us, and our middle schools playing with us, and that's a great little job for the kids. They really enjoy it, and I think our kids really enjoy the fact that they can sort of be big brothers, big sisters to some of these younger folks.
Well, I think it's awesome because here you got the marching band is awesome. Ms. Vella does a great job with our marching band, and the way I kind of look at it as from a sports thing, what do you see at Little League parks? You always see something similar with Little League teams going to the high school teams and having Little League nights. So it's no different for this right here. They should be able to do this, and I think it's a great thing as well.
Well, they got the clock started. Our clock set anyway. It looks like we're getting ready to play some football.
Absolutely. So we're going to get to see this defense, see how they come out of the chute early. Hopefully they stay as hot as they have been. That would be great.
So Carlos Aragon is our kicker today.
Carlos has been getting better and better each week. He's also on the soccer team here for Coach Morales, our school resource officer, who's out there working hard for us, by the way. Hopefully we have no issues out there and everybody plays nice tonight.
We have Brian Coleman and the Wubabus. Mr. Green back there in the back, ready to receive the ball.
Nice high kick.
Catch to Brian Coleman.
Coleman cuts it out to the outside. And we've done a nice job of stacking him up. I see number 19 over there.
It's about the 29-yard line, would you say?
Yes, sir. About 29-30. Might have gave him the 30.
Yeah, they're going to mark it on the 30.
So we get to see this Southeast defense who, I'll tell you what, Mr. Brooks, they've, again, other than the first game of the season, they have been pretty stout.
That's what I've heard. I've heard a lot of things about this defense. I'm looking forward to seeing it in action.
And for those of you out there listening to us, just have to let you guys all know that I have 0 game experience here.
I don't either.
This is my first time doing this, but I think we're going to have a good time tonight, and I hope that Mr. Sanders is healing well and going to take some notes and critique me a little bit in case I got to fill in again.
Our listeners will tell you that I don't have any
experience either.
Number 6 is the quarterback. That's Corey Van Borstel.
And he's also the captain. Got a handoff to number 2, Michael McNeil.
And he's going to be brought down.
And we've got an early flag on the play.
I didn't catch who brought him down, but we'll have to see what the white hat says. Okay, this one's definitely against the Bruins.
Well, that's good news for us. Move them the other way, that's good. And it looked to be a 10-yarder.
So, holding call, you think, Coach?
Probably a holding call. I did miss it out there.
Still first down.
Holding call against the Bruins. March back 10 yards. First and 20.
So, Corey Von Borstel.
Quarterback.
Shotgun.
Shannon back with him.
Handoff. Up the gut. And brought down by a slew of Seminoles. About a 5-yard gain. Looked like Rosario was in on that tackle. And Eli Washington, who had a huge game last week. Again, I know that our fans that normally watch were not able to watch the game, but he took back 2 touchdowns last week.
Well, that was the second carry by Michael Mitchell, so evidently they're going to be working with him a lot tonight if they give him the first 2 carries.
Split wide there is Devin Randall, number 21. Number 1, Kevin Campbell, is also split out. Trips left. And Edgar Garcia out there with him. A little quick pass out to the other side where it was not stacked. And the Seminoles do a good job bringing them down and get a number of 6-7 yards. Should bring us about 3rd and 6.
Let me give the credit to that one to Deshane Charles for the tackle, number 41. That quick little pass, quick little screen pass, and I don't think that's going to work against this defense.
No, these guys, and we are down a pretty big defensive player for us. Chauncey Green is out tonight, so it'll be interesting to see who fills the hole for Green, who's been very solid all year long.
Okay, so Southeast calls a timeout. So I wonder what they saw or what they didn't see. It's still 3rd down, about 5.5 to go. Well, this is the opening drive, though. You want to stop them right here. You want to get into their heads a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely want to stop them. Not sure if I'm calling a timeout that early in the game. 3rd and 6. Haven't really done anything. Again, not going to question our coaches down there.
No,
they do a better
not.
job than we do. Coach Shamari Phelps.
I don't know. I think I'm a pretty good coach from up here, boss.
Coach Shamari Phelps is our defensive coordinator and does a great job. Has been doing a great job this year so far with Coach Timmons. Coach Timmons brought him on with his staff, and so I'm definitely not going to question Coach Phelps. He's a football guy. I'm not. I just watch a lot
Well,
of it.
here's the thing. I always know what they should have done 2 plays later.
I hear you. I hear you. So down front 4, they look ready to just guns a-blazing. Swing pass out to number 5, El Sinner Sanoon, or Sanan.
He doesn't get anywhere.
No, that didn't do anything. So I would say that timeout worked pretty well right there.
I would say. I mean, we're going to take possession of the ball after the punt here. Basically, we put them back on their original line of scrimmage. That's really nice. 4th and 10.
And we will see who gets dropped back for.
Looks like number 23.
That's Ryan Pettifreer, transfer from Palmetto.
You were telling me about Ryan earlier today.
Yeah, Ryan and Isaiah Pettifreer came over from Palmetto. Nice additions to our staff.
Oh, that's a off the side of the foot there by number 12, Mr. Green.
Mr. Brooks, I've seen a lot of punts. I've seen a lot of things on a golf course, and I don't know as if I've ever seen a punt go directly
Well, I don't know if we
sideways.
have a replay. Did we get a hand on it?
I don't know. It's quite possible. It definitely looked like
we
it.
had some defenders down in the region.
So regardless of whether there was a hand on it or not, the Knowles are going to start on their 20.
We have fantastic. Can you start in the red zone? Come on, do they let you do that?
Well, whether you can or you can't, we're starting there right now. So this is very exciting. This couldn't have gone a better way for us to start this game. And we'll see who's going to be the quarterback tonight. And it is going to be Malik Huggins.
Good. I've got Malik in class. He's such a great kid.
He's only a sophomore,
Yep.
very athletic young man. And, if he can get some confidence and just trust his ability, he could be a pretty good little player for sure. So early, we'll see what they got out of the shotgun.
Hand up.
And it's got an early flag.
That handoff was to Chauncey Wilson.
Transfer from Manatee High School. Great kid. He's been doing a nice job for us as well.
Wow, as the athletic director, you know all about these kids, huh?
Well, that's part of my job is to make sure their paperwork is correct. And, different things have to happen when we do get transfers from other schools. They turn into a little bit different of an athlete as far as the paperwork side of it goes. So, yes, I do know about that.
So once
And
again,
there's
hand up
that
to
hand
Wilson.
off. And
Oh, look
boom,
at him go.
Here you go.
Look at him go.
Get in there.
Whoa, man.
Outstanding
I
run.
thought you were going to practice your Howard Cosell stuff because that was one of those where you could almost say.
He could go all. We're not going to do. We're going to come up with our own stuff. Come on.
Anyway, first and goal on what, the 4-yard line?
Absolutely. 4 of the 3, and real quick right there. I love that quick. Get after him real quick.
Is it Chauncey
Didn't
again?
give him a lot. It did go back to Chauncey again. Looks to be at the 1. Oh, we have a fumble. Oh, not good. And fumbled it up, coughed it up at the 1, and it's going to be the Bayshore Bruins ball at the 1-yard line. Wow, we were just rocking and rolling right there. Things looked great. Couldn't have asked for a better start, and then cough it up there
Actually,
at the 1.
I think you could have asked for a better start. Anyway, okay.
So we're going to need to see this defense step up right here again. That's unfortunate. That was nice. That was a nice run Chauncey had before that.
Oh, sure was.
To get on down there, and we're going to see what this defense is made of. They look like they're already out there ready to roll. So
first and 10 on their own. Let's call it 1.5.
we got our field announcer over there saying 1.5, 2, so we'll go with that. Mr. Jerry Tenorio, sorry.
Uh-oh.
And a run up the middle.
Number 6, the runner.
It was a good run. I don't know why he stopped. It looked like he stopped. I would have put my head down and just keep going right there.
Initial brought down by number 21. That'd be Octavius Calhoun. So they're going to move the chains.
Definitely.
They're going to call it first down 10.
and it looked to me as if Bayshore was ready to go quickly.
Yeah.
And so I think that if that's any indication, that our defense needs to be ready.
Well,
nice
they were
play
ready-
right there.
well,
They were ready for that one.
Missed tackle, though. That's unfortunate because
I-
he got 3 yards, 4 yards that he should not have gotten.
Absolutely. I don't know who that was that sneaked in there on the beginning, but he had him wrapped up and just he slithered out of there, and 3 other guys missed tackles. So yeah, you're right. Totally some missed tackles going on there.
So about 1 yard gain on the play.
Should have been a 5-yard loss. So 2nd and 9, ball on the 12. And stepping back, pass. Guy was wide open in the middle, and it's a great play.
And a flag.
I believe that's Cam Bartels.
I think they're going to get him for pass interference. We'll see.
And that definitely was Cam Bartels, was doing a phenomenal job all year. He's got a couple of picks on the year. Good little player, very respectful kid. He's actually leading the team in interceptions. So, and we have light.
So I didn't see the hand signal from the white hat, but whatever it is, it's first down now. And 10 for the Bruins.
You know, it'd be nice as if in
the
high
29.
school football, if they would start doing what they do in college and pro. And I know it would cost more money, for technical stuff and equipment. But it would be nice, when you're listening to a game in college or NFL, you can hear the guys say what number it was. That would help us out a lot.
That would help. Okay. And I think they have the equipment to mic the refs, but the trouble is that it is not studied at our budget level.
Yeah, that's exactly. And that was
Number
a
2,
handoff
the carrier.
to Michael McNeil. And looked to be maybe one.
Yeah, he didn't get that. Excuse me. He didn't get very far at all. The Seminoles basically swarmed right there. They saw that play.
It's a decent little crowd here at Paul Meckley Field and
This
John
is
Kiker
Bayshore.
Memorial
This
Stadium.
is Bayshore. I mean,
Yeah.
we expect, we're hometown rivals.
Absolutely.
This is the only district game in our close-knit little town of Bradenton. So,
Well, and it's nice to see because there's a big game going on across town, and that's Palmetto and Braden River. So I'm
Yep.
glad to see that the Bayshore and Seminole faithful have come out to support our teams. And that was a keeper, and he got absolutely nothing. Taken down by Rosario and DJ Bryant, number 10.
I will say this. Michaels carried that ball really, really well, carried the fake ball pretty nicely. But
he had me fooled.
He had me fooled, but he didn't have Southeast fooled.
No, and that's
it's
all
a
that
good
matters.
thing we're not down there, isn't it?
Yeah, we're too old to be down there. And those guys, they got motors. I'll tell you what.
Bring up a 3rd down.
DJ Bryant, a good young man on this campus, has a couple of schools that are interested in him.
Yeah?
A school called Elon and a school
Cool.
called Robert Morris.
Cool.
And he's also a company commander in the ROTC program.
Great. So he'll have a chance at ROTC scholarship too, probably.
Absolutely. Good kid. And looked like we got a timeout taken by Bayshore right there on 3rd and 14.
Exactly, 3rd and 14. That says a lot. They really, really want to capitalize on this.
Well, and after their last punt attempt, they really want to try and make sure they do something here to set themselves up for sure. Because that punter, when he steps out here next time, is going to have a little something in the back of his head, that's for sure.
Well, while we got a second here,
Go ahead.
make sure you keep up with all of SCTV's broadcasts and updates by following us on social media and on our website. Visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/SEHS Television for links to all of our live broadcasts and updates on our award-winning program. We'll let you know. Oh, actually, they're coming back this way. Good. We are also on Instagram at SEHS Television, and there you can find some more behind-the-scenes footage from our students and program director. Our website is sectv.news, and you can find all of our social media links there. Be sure to follow us, and make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel that you're watching on. I wonder how many viewers we have right now. It's been impressive. I'll tell you what, it used to be that we'd only have, 6, 7, 8, 10. Last game, we had something like 700, 800, 900 looks last time I looked. Yeah, it
That
was
is
a lot.
awesome. That is really cool. I do want to point out that we have a visitor here patrolling around on the grounds here at Southeast High. We have the Chick-fil-A cow. here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's down there hanging out, and we've done something with our concession stand where we are selling Chick-fil-A out of the concession stand tonight for the first time
Wow.
ever.
All right,
And
pass.
pass caught
Number
across
14.
the middle, stopped him. Great play right there by, who is that? That looks like
LaQuavius Green.
Cam Bartels.
LaQuavius Green is the receiver.
That's Cameron Bartels, number 6.
But you know what? This brings up fourth down.
That's awesome. Yeah, Cam Bartels again, just in the mix, and I think you're gonna, there's a couple of names on that defense. You're gonna hear them all night long.
So what
Cam
you're
Bartels.
saying is I should highlight Cam Bartels?
I highlight Cam Bartels,
done.
DJ Bryant, and Eli Washington for sure. These guys, they're playing some good football, no doubt about it. So let's see how this punt turns out this time for the Bayshore Bruins.
Tywarren Davis back to receive.
And they almost.
And this one is pretty short too. This one made it to. Oh, it didn't even make it to the marker for their first down.
And we're gonna have a flag, and I believe that's gonna be on our own number 19.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah, happened to watch that one there. Let's see what they come up with.
Football fans, please refrain from standing next to the fence. Be courteous of the kids behind you.
Well, it's definitely going this way. Was that 15 from the line from the point of infraction?
Yeah, that definitely wasn't a smart play. Saw a little bit of stuff that didn't need to be going on after a play, that's for sure. So we got to clean that up a little bit.
So our defense will get another chance to show how well they're doing, and their offense will get another chance to try to show something.
No, this is 1st and 10 for the Southeast
Oh,
Seminoles.
is it? I thought you said it was.
It was unsportsmanlike, so it got tacked on after the play.
Okay, well, I was not watching clearly.
That's okay. That's why I'm here for you.
That's
why
right.
I'm your partner.
Because I'm getting old and I can't see as well as I used to.
Yeah, well, that's what those binoculars are for. So you're doing good. You're allowed a couple mess ups.
Okay, that was one.
We're good.
I'll keep track of them up here.
So what's going to be interesting is we only saw 2 plays in that last time, and looked to be Bayshore just jumped off sides.
Did we pull them?
I believe we did.
I think one of our heads came up there. But
No, sir.
They're not gonna. They didn't see it, so let's go with 1st and 5.
I'm glad that they didn't see what you thought you saw.
Well, I wasn't looking through the binoculars. If I was looking through the binoculars, it would have been a whole lot more clear.
So good start, handoff, and that's
Number
to
7.
Wilson again, and running hard, breaking tackles. Great hard run, and still didn't get brought down. Great run, hard run right there. Looked like he was going to fake a little pass at first and then snuck it on in there to Wilson, who just had a great hard run right there. It was good to see. So it looks to me early on that Coach Timmons and his offense is planning on trying to run this thing right down their throat.
Daniel Haley, the outside linebacker for the Bruins, could be credited for that tackle. But there were several tackles before that should have happened.
Another run. Keeper by Huggins. Tries to get to the outside, gets maybe 2.
That's where they're going to mark it with about 2 yards.
So we haven't seen an attempted pass in the
No, we
few
haven't.
plays here by the Seminoles.
Well, we've got 2nd and 8. Coach Collish, you think this is a good time for us to see a pass?
I'd love to see a pass. I know that's one of the things Malik has struggled with a little bit is pulling the trigger. But I'll tell you what, he throws such a great ball, and again, he's so athletic. And just give this kid a little bit of confidence, and he's going to do big things. I can tell you that.
Well, the handoff again was to Chelsea Williams, and this time this time Bayshore knew exactly where he was coming.
Yeah, and like anything, you're only going to be able to run it so many times. You're going to have to mix it up and throw it past one of these guys. So, anxiously waiting to see. But so far, it is very positive to see the Southeast Seminoles moving in the right direction offensively. And the snap,
here
and
comes
here's
the
that pass, drop back, a little bit high. A little bit high over Chauncey. That was for Chauncey Wilson out in the flat. And a little high there. It was a good pass. Looked like a good throw. Good pass, just a tad high. So build off that. But we'll be good.
For 4th down. Do you think he can kick that?
I haven't seen him warm up a whole lot. I think you're going to see a punt right here and try and pin him way deep and let that defense continue to work for us. I like that call. For a high schooler to be kicking, 40-yard field goals, 45-yard field goals, it doesn't happen a lot.
Carlos Aragon, the kicker. And
scooped up there by the Bayshore Bruin number
7.
7, and that is Brian Coleman.
Brought down at the 25-yard line of Bayshore.
So a little bit of a run back, nothing big. Southeast still doing a nice job. Defense going to have to step up again. With 3:25 left in the first, we're 0-0. I think both offenses are kind of wishing they had a little bit more going on. I do know that Southeast, those first 2 runs looked really good, and then, unfortunate fumble, and maybe that took a little bit of the wind out of the sails. But defense has been stout so far. Bayshore hasn't really been able to do much.
Well, this side of the field has been getting an awful lot of use today, Coach. So.
Speaking of the field, I think the field, considering all of the terrible weather we have been having here in this
looks
area,
good. Looks
it
really
looks
nice.
pretty good. Kudos to Mr. Lynn, our custodial staff. He paints the field for us and does just a phenomenal job. So very happy to have him, and always makes our field look good for Friday night.
So it looks like somebody moved. We've got a little procedure against the Bruins. They'll make it 1st and 15. We've seen this story before.
That defense, I'd like to see that defense come up with we need that big turnover.
Right now we do. You bet.
And what I do see on the sideline is I do see the other quarterback on our team, Gabe McDonald, warming up.
Number 5, the carrier this time. And he's got nowhere to go.
Absolutely nothing. Just swarmed by the Southeast defense.
Sandin, the ball carrier.
Yeah, and Eli Washington in on that play. Yeah, Sanu just had absolutely nowhere to go. So I hope they try to run that play a lot tonight.
Sure.
Because it hasn't worked at all.
Because we got like 2nd and 18 now?
2nd and 16, 2nd and 18, something like that, and a 2nd and a long way. So defense needs to come up stout right here, keep them going in the other direction.
Well, we know their punter can kick it 10 yards.
Or less.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Obviously, we are here for Southeast. So.
Absolutely. And a pass over the middle.
Pass.
Nice pass, still way short. Still going to be about, should be about 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10.
Number 14, the receiver. That was
LaQuavius Green. Good job there, Mr.
We've seen his name several times today.
LaQuavius is not an easy name to pronounce. I think we've done a pretty good job. Hopefully we're pronouncing it right.
I think I missed it the first 2 times, though.
Well, 3rd time's a charm, right?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Still seeing fans filter in over on the other side there and filtering in here, so it's great to see that good crowd. Makes the AD very happy.
I'm sure the AD is very happy right now. It's been a while since we've had one of
handoff
those.
going backwards, the wrong way, swarmed by still on his feet.
He should not have been.
He should have just went down because he was eventually brought down by, I believe that's number 27.
Yep.
I think it's McClure, Javian McClure.
You bet.
Who's been having a great year on defense as well. That's another name you're going to hear a lot. So outstanding defense by the Knolls, the Knoll Nation.
So often these kids think they can make a break by running backwards because they're so fast, not realizing that everyone else is also fast. And you see what happens here. Now you've got 4th down, and I don't know. Tomorrow.
Yeah, 4th and a long way, and you got your punter punting from your own end zone.
And he's shown us so far that he is he's good at punting that ball. So
yeah, and we are the game of the week.
We don't even have anyone back. You notice that? Number 22 is as far as back, and he's 15 yards.
Ty Warren Davis just got out, just snuck out there, and he's definitely having some issues here tonight. Poor punter, you feel bad for, but very fortunate for our Southeast Seminoles. We are in great position to get some points.
They're going to say looks like the Bruin 20-yard line. So it looks like there is a piece of yellow rag out there, though.
Oh boy. Well, while we wait to see what that is, I do want to mention that we are the SNN Game of the Week.
That's
High
cool.
School Game of the Week. Isn't that
That
really
means
neat?
that means they're not watching us; they're watching them.
They only do extras, so we're live, and they're just put some stuff. But pretty cool that they picked us
I
to be
agree.
the Game of the Week. And you do have that big game with Palmetto and Braden River over there, so it's
Sure.
good to see them give us some love.
Well, this is a pretty long-standing rivalry going on. This rivalry's been happening longer than Braden River or Lakewood Ranch have been there.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. I agree with you so much, and thanks for bringing that up. So, it's, being a Manatee County, I graduated from this school district and fortunate enough to be back here working in this district after spending some time down in Sarasota. But, long-standing rivalry. It's always great to see two in-county teams get up together and
Sure.
lock horns, and more importantly, it's a district game.
well, and the two schools are actually so similar. You take a look at their kids, you take a look at our kids. They're from the same mold. And so, it's like this should be a close game. But often, the leadership that we've had here at Southeast, as far as our Southeast coaches, have taken it that one step farther.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they marked that ball a little bit farther back there. Sure looks like it.
It does look like, it still looks like they're trying to decide. I don't think they're quite sure of where they want to mark that ball yet, but I'm sure now it's going back the other way.
No,
Or
now
no,
he's
he's
just
gonna
going to
walk
count
it
it
off
out.
here.
So he's counting it down from the 20. So if that's 10 yards, that'll be down to the 1st and 10. Well,
And
it
that's
looks
a
like it's going to be
15-yarder, so that must have been
a
an
personal foul,
personal
yeah.
foul or unsportsmanlike conduct. So we are inside the 10. The last time we were inside the 10,
we
coughed
fumbled.
it up.
Yep. But it's not going to happen this time, Coach.
No, so Huggins is still back out there as quarterback. Wilson off of his side.
Wilson.
No, a keeper
Oh.
by Huggins. And
But
that's great defense right there
That
by
was
the Bruins.
fantastic
Number
defense.
33, David Dessen,
Yep.
did a great job right there sneaking in there.
Well-
Didn't look like he was even touched getting in there.
I sure thought Wilson had the ball looking from here, but of course I'm not using my binoculars, so maybe I should put them on.
Well, or just let me keep watching.
Okay,
and I'll help
we'll
you
do
out.
that. Okay, that sounds like a winner. Well, see, I've never known here's the funny thing. When I was a pilot in the Navy, I had 20/13 vision. Now I can't see the back of my hand.
So a 5-yard loss by the Knolls right there. Great defense by the Bruins. Let's see if we can get something going as the clock ticks down here in the first. Malik back to pass. Doesn't see anything. Squirms his way around. Brought down. I don't believe there is. If there's any gain, it's very minimal. And it's going to be 3rd and
14.
14.
Goal. 3rd and goal from the 14.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, I believe.
Quarter number 1 with the school.
Well, Coach, that should make you happy. Now we'll get some play down on this end of the field. Because that hasn't come past, I don't know, what, the 40, I don't think, or 45? Anyway, I'm not doing my job. I'm sure I have an announcement for the end of the first quarter.
You are the announcement guy. You can't pin that on me.
I am that. And you know what? I don't have an announcement, but what I didn't finish, I don't think, is about our social media. And all we can say really is, go to our website, take a look. The website, sehstelevision or setv.news. Okay, you can find all of our social media links there. You can see what's going on, what we'll be doing. If you're watching us on YouTube, which hopefully you are, make sure you like us.
Absolutely.
That way you find out all of the information as it's upcoming. And, I sure, you talked about earlier how Amanda has taken over this program. I mean, this program was Mike Sanders. There's no question. He's got a building name for him because of it. But right now...
And you don't just get a building name for you by doing...
no, but right now... what is being provided by SCTV is what was being provided by SCTV, and I'm sure what will be provided by SCTV. Amanda's doing a fantastic job, and I'll give her kudos. And I want to, ping on some of my kids down there that are switching or directing or producing down there. I know Jazzy Lynn's down there, and I know Brianna's down there, and they're doing a pretty bang-up job too.
Absolutely. So we are back in action here. 3rd and 15. We did switch sides of the field. Malik back to pass.
He's got time.
Voids into the corner and just a little bit overthrown Pretty ball. Again, just let him a little bit too much. I wouldn't hang my head on that if I was Malik. That was a nicely thrown ball. Not an easy play right there for a quarter. Not an easy throw for a quarterback to make right there.
No, not at all. And, he's still a 10th grader.
Ah.
And so, as he seasons a little bit on the field, I think he's going to be a really, really, really good quarterback. We'll see. And we have several more tries to do this.
Absolutely. Malik, like I said, Malik is very athletic, one of the most athletic kids in the school. He's also a basketball player, has tremendous skills. Again, you got to remember, you just said it, he's a 10th grader. How many situations like this has he been in his short lifetime? So this is all new to him. This is his first year being a quarterback on a varsity football team for the Southeast Seminoles. There's a lot of tradition. There's a lot of history at Southeast. I mean, look at some of the quarterbacks that have come through this program
Oh, absolutely.
in the past. So, I'm sure some of that weighs on him a little bit, but he needs to cut himself a little slack, and I think he'll be fine.
We evidently had an illegal procedure penalty because we're back 5 more yards. So it'll be 4th and, goal, right?
Yeah, 4th and 15, but it is goal. And the one thing I'm wondering is, I see him back there. I wonder why we're not trying a field goal. Again, the coaches know their staff better than we do. If we could get out to more practices and watch, maybe we'd
that'd
have
probably
a
be a
little
35-yard field goal. And that's a pretty. I know that I know our kicker can do that. I've seen him kick long kicks. But you know what? I don't know how precise his long kicks are. At 35 yards, those uprights start looking pretty narrow.
Yeah, you're right. It just you keep seeing us down here this close, and
Yeah,
you
I'd
want
love to
so
see 3
badly to
points.
put some
Yeah.
points on the board, and maybe that would get the ball rolling
Maybe.
a little bit. It's a little frustrating, I guess, sometimes, especially the way they busted out of the box with that, 2 great runs. But I guess maybe me and you need to let that go, or I need to let it go.
Well, I'll let it go with you. Let's see if Malik can find a receiver this time.
Well,
Clearly.
Arion Neary has been his go-to this year and has been playing phenomenal football and catching the ball very well, running good routes. So, look,
Nice
beautiful,
pass.
boom, right there to Tywarren Davis. Boom, touchdown, Knowles. There we go. Now talk about a pass. That's what I'm talking about. A little bit of confidence right there.
Oh yeah,
that was a
Did
nice
you see
pass.
him jumping off the field? I mean, that was great. He was staring a Bruin in the eyes when he threw that ball. There was a unblocked Bruin on his way out to get him, and he just stared him in the eyes and threw the pass. It was fantastic.
Beautiful pass, beautiful play. I'll tell you what, that if we can see more of that from Malik Huggins, and this offense could get rolling off that. We've got good running backs. We get that offense going on the passing game too. The Southeast Seminole offense could be on the up and up for the rest of the season.
Aragon's kick is good.
All right. So Seminoles up 7-0 with 11:41 left in the half.
And so often we don't give credit to that holder. And so I just wanted to mention that Davis was the holder there, and that's a tough job. Someone's going to kick your hand if you're not careful.
Well, and it's cool. Here I was saying something about kicking that field goal.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad they didn't try to kick that field goal now. So, like I said, the coaching staff definitely knows more than I know up here, but we're all having a good time, and that's a lot of fun. So.
Well, see, that's the cool thing about doing this for SCTV. We can be wrong as many times as we want to be.
That's correct. That is so correct.
Our fans are so used to
it. Well, your fans are now my fans, so that's good stuff. I do know that I got a couple of buddies out there listening and supporting SCTV. A buddy of mine, he's the head baseball coach at Riverview High School up in Brandon. Bill Leiby is driving down to Jupiter, Florida for a baseball tournament. I know he's listening, and I'm
Cool.
glad to have you out there. That's awesome. So, Coach, we'll hope to do a good job and help your drive not be so long. Number 7, still on his feet, brought down finally. That was Brian Coleman. And they seem to use Coleman quite a bit, Coach.
Yeah, they do. They do. He brought it out to, the 30-yard line. This actually gives Bayshore, 31-yard line of Bayshore. It gives them probably their best start so far this game.
Yeah, and you know when you look at a roster and you look at the kid's position and it's a bunch of them, but the last one it just says athlete. You know that's a guy you got to worry about. Those guys with it's just athlete off to the side, and then what that means is this kid can play anywhere on the field, and that I'm dangerous. So let's see if the that little bit of a breather for the defense. Let's see if these guys can stay hot. Got the usual suspects out there: DJ Bryant, McClern, Cam Bartels, and they're going to pass.
Van Borstel to pass.
Oh,
to
and number one was
Oh.
almost picked off. Almost picked off by number 22, Eli Daniels.
You told me to watch that name.
Did. Hopefully the numbers are right on the roster to this week. That's not my responsibility. I do a lot of other
We call
stuff.
them as we see them.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But, you know, that was a ball that should have been caught by that Bayshore wide receiver.
Yeah, it's a ball that should have been caught by us, too.
That's true, but should have been caught by Bayshore first. And had he caught that, he was scooting across that field. So very fortunate there that he, you know, didn't have some stickum going on in there. Handoff to number 2.
Michaels, and he's not going anywhere.
Michael McNeil just got stuffed, and to finish it off, I believe that was number 57.
I'd say that.
Francis Clercius.
It's just taking them back. This says, I have not been keeping statistics, but does Bayshore have any yards yet?
With the way things keep going back in the last couple of offensive possessions, I would have to say it's
They
either
certainly
at 0
don't have any
or
net
a
yards.
You know,
Yeah.
absolutely not. So the defense is playing like we've seen in the last couple of games. Again, know that some of you, we haven't been on here for the last couple of games for our viewers to check out, but can tell you this defense has been playing pretty stout ever since that first game of the season, and it's good to see them back out ready to go again tonight. Low snap picked up by the QB. Quick out to number 14, LaQuavius Green, brought down by a herd of Seminoles.
Von Borsel's pass is complete.
The one who held on to him was number 2 there. That
Yeah,
would've
Zion Bellamy Bay, number
Yep.
2. Great job right there, and then gang tackled by the rest of them.
Including number 2.
been- So this will be 4th down and 11.
Bellamy Bay.
Telling you what, Coach, I do like these black uniforms. We do look like we have a hurt player down on the field, being looked at by our team doc, and the absolute best athletic trainer around, and Coach John Carl, better known as JK. I'll tell you what, the kids just love him. He does a phenomenal job, and you know, hopefully that young man of ours trying to get a number on him.
Number 8. Laying down, I can't see it.
I believe it's Jordan Alexis, number 8.
It is. That's Jordan Alexis, number 8. Injured player. After the injury timeout.
So the Bruins back to punt. New punter,
Well, he does better.
and definitely did a better job. And we did not
That's
pick
going
it
to take
up.
a Bruins bounce.
Yeah, definitely did. I believe that was Ryan Pettifreer back for the punt, and he decided to just let it roll. Probably a good choice, as there were
Yeah, I
about
think
3 or
so.
4 Bruins hawking them down.
Daniel Haley, the number 51, the aggressor, if you will, toward that ball.
Yeah, I can't. I won't go down. I don't know what I know it's one when
I called his name before.
Set of 74. They won't bring it down anymore.
So I know I'm new to up here as far as calling a game, but I have been able to be a halftime guest a couple
Sure,
of times. I know
sure.
you guys like to do that, so I thought I'd try to carry on this new thing that Mr. Sanders has been doing, and I have us a halftime guest coming up.
Do you?
I do. He is a former Southeast alum and now works at Bayshore High School, Mr. Don French.
Cool.
Great guy. So excited to have him. And that ball looked like it
looks
hit
like
the
that was
ground.
down.
Yeah, they whistled that one down. But I'll tell you, I liked seeing the pass.
Yep.
Did the little swing pass. So maybe they're trying to build some confidence in Malik. Let him keep going. I love it. So we look forward to having Mr. French up here, and we'll chat a little bit. He's an old-time Seminole, was here a long time and coached a lot, and now he's an assistant principal over at Bayshore High School. Malik back by himself, 34 coming around the end, and Malik takes off, and he's dangerous, and it looks to be a first down.
That was a nice run by.
Quarterback.
by Mr. Malik,
Well,
Mr. Higgins,
and I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something, Mr. Brooks is he's so good with his legs and running that he forget. I think sometimes he forgets how good his arm is. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what, he is the kindest, nicest guy to have in class. I will say that. Just fun to be around.
Cool.
So he's got to be fun to play with too.
Well, that's always good to hear. It's always good to hear student athletes being talked about in a good way because most of the time all I hear or deans hear or something is when they're in trouble. A nice little swing pass out, led him a little bit too much, but did have positive yards. I believe he got about 2. That was a very nice catch by
nice catch.
Number 81. We don't have an 81. Yeah, we do. That's
we do.
Isaiah Pettifreer. That's Ryan Pettifreer's brother. Transfer from Palmetto High School.
That's Pettifree, number 81, with the reception.
So we're looking at about 2nd and 8.
Okay, well, he did lead him just a little bit too far, but you know what? Once again, this is Malik is new to this level of play, and he's growing into it.
And that looks to be offsides on the Bruins. I didn't see any Knoll movement there, and we got one of our Knolls is just trucking on down the field. He's like, I know that.
I
wasn't
know where
on
that ball's
us.
going to be.
Absolutely, that was kind of funny. I like to see that. That's confidence right there. That was good. He's like, this is a no-brainer. let me help you make this call, buddy.
I'm so sure you have to be when you call it.
So 2nd and 4. Malik asking what we want to do. Looks to be a little unsure. Going to go under center here. Hand off to Wilson. Up the gut.
He almost had that.
He did. That was a good play. That was good defense by number 50 right there.
Sure was.
Austin Emerson did a nice job stuffing that run right there. He did a really good job. And I believe number 85 also helped out, Bryce Brewer. So good defense by the Bruins. Looked like at first Chauncey was going to bust one free
Looks
there.
like there was a nice big hole there. So Bayshore evidently recovered from that relatively quickly.
Absolutely. So 3rd and 2. Trying to get to the 50-yard line.
So we got Kelvin Clark and Demetrius Bryant outright. Looks like another handoff.
They're limping off the field a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. Sure JK will take care of him. So 1st down, 1st and 10 from the 45.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line.
Hand off to Wilson. More
Good
running
go.
room. Another 1st down. Boy, he almost busted that one too. So the Seminole offense is clicking. The defense is clicking. And I'll tell you what, if we can keep doing this all night long, it's going to be a great night to be a Southeast Seminole.
You know what? We're halfway through the 2nd quarter. Looks like we're starting to put things together. I think we're going to have fun up here in a little bit, Coach.
I do too. I'd like to have fun on this play right here and watch him bust one. It looks to be Eli Daniels or Pettifreer in the background. We got a fumble, and I believe Malik was able to fall on it. Yes, he was. And just when you think things are all clicking and clicking and clicking, boom, we do something like that. But let's not, that's okay. We recovered, and we're athletic enough and good enough to continue to move forward.
You know what? That's not going to set us back. Still the learning curve for Mr. Huggins. Okay, and still learning curve for Mr. Huggins.
So Malik back there by himself again. Trips right. And a blitz up the middle by the middle linebacker. Picked up very well. Malik, he let it go. Get up there, jump ball. Good defense by Bayshore. So, a lot of people were saying here, why, he needs to throw it more, needs to throw it more, needs to throw it more.
Well,
and in that situation right there, if he'd have taken off, he would have had a first down.
That's
absolutely. Right. So you can't sit here and get on to him about that.
No, we can't backchair quarterback Malik Huggins.
No, because everybody's been saying he needs to throw it more, Well, you know what? He just did.
But I think he is definitely the future of Southeast as far as that quarterback position. You know what? He's learning.
I'll
say that again.
Yeah, I'll say this. He has definitely got the potential to be that guy.
Wow, he might have actually got a voice call that pulled them off sides, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's great. So that makes it 3rd and 5.5.
3rd and definitely doable.
3rd and doable is a good way to say that.
Well, anytime you can cut it in half, it's definitely better.
No one back but Malik again. So we know it's a pass, and there it goes.
And looked to be a
And
little
that-
it was underthrown. It looks to be interference on the Bruins, I was saying.
There is a flag down there in the end zone.
To be number 14.
You think that LaQuavius Green is maybe getting a little too friendly?
A little bit.
Well, that's what they're going to call it, pass interference against the Bayshore, the Bruins.
You know, and that's it. And there's that thing right there. He did throw it. He was going to give his receiver a chance to jump ball for it.
Am I wrong? Pass interference should have been from the site, right? It shouldn't be from the line of scrimmage.
No, it's from the line of scrimmage.
Okay, so
15 from there.
Okay, so the trouble is I don't watch high school very much.
And then the pros, it's where the spot is. So
Right.
That would have been a ball on the 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this is fine. I'll take it.
Absolutely. First down and almost goal. Of course we'll take it. But you know, Malik needs to be praised right there. So what's the worst thing is, what if they picked it down there? So they pick it off on the 1.
Yeah.
Defense has been doing a great job. So he does a good job. Gives his player a chance to go up and get the ball. Doesn't, but we get an interference call. So we're still in the game.
Yeah, so we're looking at what? 1st and 10 on the 15. Plus or minus a little bit down there. I can't see. Too many orange hats in the way, but we'll call it the 15.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
And I know we got a little timeout, and give a shout out. I'm watching down here. I don't know if we can get a camera shot on it, but these cheerleaders down here.
Oh, were you watching how high they went?
That's what just caught my eye. I'm like, holy moly! So you got these girls flying up in the air, and what a great job by Miss Tish, who everybody knows Miss Tish. She's just awesome. And Larisha Williams, our cheer coach, is down there doing a great job. So it's good to see the girls flying through the air.
I saw that too just a second ago, and I was just amazed at how high up, even for our viewpoint, for her to be up into the line of sight of the field is just, she's up there. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And they are amazing athletes as well. So lengthy break right here. Giving the Noles plenty of time to draw up a good play right here for Malik in this offense. And again, I'll say that a pretty solid effort so far by the Southeast offense.
You know, I know somewhere down the road here, well, I'll talk about this later. We're getting ready to go again, so Huggins is back there.
Well, don't you forget what you were going to talk
I
about.
won't.
Malik back, snap, and being chased. And just tried to do a little shovel as he was number 85. Bryce Brewer was tracking him down
But
hard.
that was smart. That was really, really smart. That pass is not going to get blocked, and it gets it out far enough that they keep the same line of scrimmage.
Absolutely.
No sack there. That was a really smart play. I just want to say that I'm pretty sure Amanda's going to have to let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure we got a volleyball game coming up on SCTV too before too long.
Oh, okay. And who's commentating the volleyball game?
Oh, that's always. I've got to think here for a second. The same people do it every time. Some of our long-standing volleyball parents.
And looks like another offsides penalty on Bayshore. It looks like they're just having a very hard time with Malik's snap call.
Well, he is gaining experience.
Absolutely, and then that's the thing too. I mean, it's one game at a time. Game at a time. Just keep getting experience.
2nd and 5 from the 10.
Don't you can't be afraid to fail. That's how we learn.
That's right.
So a hard run by Chauncey Wilson looked to maybe get 3.
That's what I'd call it. Yeah. So let's call it 3rd down and maybe 4.
Well, the board's saying 3rd and 3.
Yeah, but the stick over there is saying 4, so I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the stick over there. And we got an injured Knoll down on the thing, and I will tell you, a shout out to the guys running our the chains over there. That's Coach Howells and his softball coaching staff. Great
What
guys.
fun!
Those guys are solid. I'll tell you what, people, I'll tell you from an athletic director standpoint, people have no idea how much work goes in to having a home football game at your school, and it can't be done by one person. I mean, there's so many people to thank. There's so many people that go into putting this on. You know, all the people from softball parents that are working the concession stand right now, along with volleyball and wrestling coaches selling tickets, and all of our administration out here, you know, doing security. And I'll tell you what, it's just so good to see everybody work together and have this Friday nights come through.
Well, Pete Cielo is up. He's walking off the field. It looks like he's favoring that left knee a little bit. I'm sure they're going to get a much closer look at him here in just a second.
So 5:51 left in the first half. Knowles are driving. Again, with that little bit of an injury timeout, plenty of time for them to draw up a good play here.
Third and about 3 for Southeast.
Trying to see, I think that's Daniels off to his left. And
That
just,
should have been caught. Number
yeah, a little high. That's number 81. Again, that's Isaiah Pettifreer.
I just passed. It completes to number 81, Pettifreer.
And again, little high, being nitpicky, but, you know, and those
okay.
are the little things that they do need to be cleaned up a little bit when you start getting, you know, into district play. You're not going to get away with some of those things. You go matching up against a stout defense or something, and those things will hurt you.
looks like we're going for 3 this time.
So here's that field goal attempt I had was
You'd asked
wanting
for
them
earlier.
to do
You
before.
bet.
So let's see if Aragon can put it through the uprights here and tack on another 3.
The ball's up.
And it's good.
Wow.
All right. So,
It looked like it needed a little bit of push there, but it had enough wings to get through.
hey, it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it goes through. So, outstanding job by the Knowles. I'm sure they would like to get more, but anytime you come down there and put points on the board in a district game, that's all that
You
matters.
know,
So,
Southeast 10, Braden, Bayshore High School 0.
yeah, outstanding. Outstanding. So, hey, everything clicking here so far for the
You bet.
Knowles in the first half. Everything's looking good. The one fumble, it happens. Doing a good job. Everything all the way around. All cylinders are clicking.
But,
Pretty happy.
You know, they didn't capitalize on the fumble. So, you know, they haven't capitalized yet. You know, I don't want to put them back and say this is done yet. I mean, the Bruins have always been a team that can come back and bite at your ankles a little bit. So we want to wait and see what happens. But right now, I'm confident of the way that the Southeast Seminoles are playing this game.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Everything's looking good. And now the kickoff by Aragon after
Nice kick.
the field goal. Nice and high. Number 14 to that athlete, Mr. Green. And looks like he did a little reverse to number 7, and we better get on that guy. And, oh, it's a good run back out to the 44. Did a little switcheroo there, and Brian Coleman ended up going. But we do have a flag down on the play. But it definitely went out to the 44. Let's see. It's probably going to be a hold or an illegal block.
That would be my bet. Almost always that flag is going to be on the offense, not the defense. And so that should take that ball back 10 yards. We'll see. And he's going to count it off right now.
And that's definitely going back. That's good. Gives us a moment, gives me a moment to, thank the Anna Maria Oyster Bar for providing the food tonight up here in the press box. Phenomenal job.
I had some of those shrimp. How about you?
I didn't have any of those, so I had a couple wings. Mr. Nunzi Marinelli has been here for so many years taking care of the hospitality up here for all our home games. Tell you talk about the people that it takes to make this thing go off without a hitch.
Nunzi is one of those.
And
Absolutely.
Nunzi is one of those guys. Tremendous volunteer. We're so thankful for him. And all of our sponsors, and we hope to be able to mention some of those throughout this broadcast. And they're going to pass here to number 14, and that's Green, and what a
caught.
great catch.
Great catch.
Holy smoke, back shoulder throw. A great ball there by Corey Von Borstel. Wow, I think
30
that's
yards.
That's one of the first positive plays that Bayshore's had in quite some time.
Absolutely. It brings them down to the southeast 40-yard line or 41-yard line. So, wonderful catch. Wonderful catch. And, Bellamy was in his face. I mean, anyway.
So very good play by Bayshore right there. Not very good defense by the Seminoles, although our guy was all over him. Just made a great play.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 from the 41. Swing pass and dropped by number 22, Edgar Garcia. Looked like he decided to try to take off and run before he caught the ball. You got to catch it first.
And I think he got excited because he would have gone a long ways. There wasn't any orange hats out there for quite some time. And I think he would have gotten a nice run on that. But the trouble was he ran before he caught.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to catch it before you can move and do anything with it. So it's kind of hard to do anything without the pigskin, that's for sure. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from still the 41. Corey Von Borstel back. Hard to see who the other one is off the side of him. Number 2, Michael McNeil. And back to pass, scrambling, and boom, Eli Washington had him, and then finished up by McClure, number 27. Great D by number 19 and 27. I'll tell you what, defense is just rolling.
That's going to be a loss of 10 yards. That's great.
And what's cool about that to me is you give up a 30-yard play, but you don't hang your heads. You just go get back after it.
So you give them a negative 10-yard play. Now it's 1st down and 20.
And
Excuse me, 3rd down and 20.
Got our replay working. That's good to see. I mean, and if you're seeing this defense is hyped. I mean, there's a lot of energy down there on that field right now. So 3rd and a long way to go. And swing pass, and throws it downfield. A wide open number 22. That's Edgar Garcia. He just made up for that dropped pass before, and that's going to be a 1st down for Bayshore, and they're trying to run a little hurry up. He was wide open.
Jordan Alexis and number 24, Jordan Green, both down there to stop him.
So let's see if this defense can get stout again. Big play by Bayshore. Big play by Bayshore.
Hey, the fans are getting into it. The stadium is shaking right now.
Wow, that is so cool.
I haven't felt that in a long time. I think it was an earthquake.
I tell you what, that might have been back in the Coach Meckley days.
You know what? You bet.
And that ball is a short pass. Good defense right there. DJ Bryant looked like he got in there.
It looked like DJ Bryant had a bit of a hand on that ball. I really think he did.
He definitely busted through there in just beast mode right there.
And I'm looking through my binoculars so I can see a little bit better, and it sure did look like a hand just touched it.
So Bryant playing good defense like always. Again, defense is stout. Knowles look good. You know, I mean, the other team's going to have drives, and it's how you handle it. And I'll tell you what, this stands are rocking again, and that is just really cool.
And if you were listening outside, you'd feel the shake of the stadium. It's pretty neat.
The atmosphere is pretty cool right now. 2nd and 10 from the 24, and we've got a penalty on Bayshore.
I don't know who moved.
Timeout
Southeast.
Knowles.
Timeout Southeast. We have 3:22 to go in the 2nd quarter. And actually, that's going against the Knowles. The Knowles must have been offside on that one.
So the Knowles in a little bit of a jam here.
So this is going to be now 2nd and 10.
3:23 left in the first half. Everything's going the Knowles' way so far. If you look at the scoreboard, defense has been playing solid, offense is clicking. But Bayshore's got a little drive going right here, and defense needs to step up. Again, really impressed with this crowd. The best crowd we've had all year.
Oh, you bet.
Love it.
As an AD, you would.
Oh, as an AD, I need to. That's definitely a need.
It's been lean here for a while with all the rain we've had.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, and and all this, last year's weather. It's crazy.
You know, the
So-
Hurricanes did not help us.
Stands are rocking, that's for sure. Defense, there's a holding
there's a
right
hold.
there. Big time holding. He went down, quarterback went down, but holy holding right there. And how is there not a flag on that?
It must have got stuck in the ref's pocket.
You know, I try very hard not to criticize refs, umpire, officials, period. My
No,
father was an official for 15
I'm sure
years.
it's stuck in his pocket. I'm sure he tried.
Living with an official for 15 years, it's a hard job. You're going to, 50% of the time, you're making somebody upset.
Oh, absolutely. Well, 100% of the time. Either they're really, really happy or they're really, really upset. The next time is just the opposite.
Well, anyway, we've got 3rd and 20, so the defense is stepping up again, pushing them back. We need to defend against that big pass. Quarterback definitely does a nice
he has
job
an
throwing
arm.
the ball. Absolutely, he does. And there's that D again. We need to stop him there. Very nicely done. Done by McClurn again. How many times have we said that name
No, we
tonight?
said it a lot. We said it a lot.
Javian playing well.
Number 27, as you see there on the screen right there, he's become quite the defensive individual.
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job. I get the pleasure of chatting with him during sea lunch, my sea lunch duty, and just a fine young man. It's real nice to talk to. Very respectful, and like I said, always love talking to student athletes who are very respectful.
Absolutely. Bayshore just took a timeout.
So maybe they're thinking about whether they should try and go for this, which we have seen some punting woes from them early on,
Yeah.
so I can see why they would take a timeout
It's
here.
4th down and 20. I mean, they've got a long ways to go here, but we've got 2:05 left to the second quarter. You know, if things go bad and they turn the ball over, Southeast has to go a long ways for another score. So I think you're in that area where you say we're going to go for it because we don't have a chance to get the ball back this quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with 2:05 left to go in the half. If we get the ball back, that is plenty enough time to do something and take the ball down the field.
Oh, no doubt. But
We do have some
Bayshore
weapons.
won't get that ball back.
Absolutely not.
So
Well, let's not say that. Let's not
it's
jinx it.
unlikely. Okay.
So here we go with that 4th down play. Number 2 is in the back. Michael McNeil back with Corey Von Borstel. And look to do the swing pass. That's a fake, and defense is all right there. Overthrew him. Great defense by Cam
That's
Bartels right
fantastic
there.
defense.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs. And let's see if this Seminole offense can continue moving the ball the right way.
You're talking left.
1st and 10.
Left. Towards where we need to score. How about that?
Toward the west end of the stadium.
That is correct.
Okay, so it's going to be 1st and 10. What at the Seminole 29? This is Mr. Huggins' chance to develop a little more, and you want to see him pass? I want to see him pass.
I want to see him make plays.
Okay.
That's what I want to see.
Well, I think he's going to pass.
I want to see him make plays, and I want to see him get the ball into his playmaker's hands.
And I'm not quite sure what happened here, but they must have lined up in the wrong place, huh? That would be the officials' responsibility.
Nice crowd here at Paul Meckley Field, John Kiker Memorial Stadium. Great night for football. And another offsides by Bayshore.
Okay, that has got to be Huggins.
That's got to be 7 or 8 tonight.
That's got to be Huggins. He's just it must have that cadence going in his voice that just gets them.
Well, we can't hear it because we're up here,
Yep.
but it's got to make you think that, yes, it's definitely something he's doing because it's happened quite a bit.
1st and 5. Knowles.
So we're under 2 minutes now in the second quarter.
Oh, and nowhere to go right there. Hope he's okay. And the ball comes out. Southeast recover. But I think he was down before the ball came out.
I think so too. I think it was once they have him in the grass, there's
Yeah, but that hasn't happened very much this game. We haven't seen Bayshore just bust through like that a whole lot.
But
this
we
game.
also he's not making stupid decisions and trying to get rid of that ball when that's coming either. He basically turned over and covered up, and so I think that was a good move on his part.
Agreed. So Malik back by himself, and they blitz from the outside again, and here he goes, and he's gone.
And he
Just
can
take
run.
off. Take off. Keep
There's
going,
the first
boy.
down.
there's those wheels, and he's still on it. Hang on to the football. Wow, talk about athletic. That's
bet.
just like you said.
That almost looked like a horse collar too, didn't it?
He shows the ability to be great. He really does. He's very athletic.
We have an injured Bruin on the field.
Injured Bruin. That's number 21, Devin Randall. Looks like he's trying to walk it off and doesn't want to come off the field. Tough kid.
Well, they brought Malik Huggins down pretty hard too. You can see it in the replay here, and definitely not a horse collar, but you know what? He's going to feel that one in the morning, I bet.
Yeah, well, better him than me.
Uh-huh.
So 1st and 10 from, we'll call it the 33. Malik back by himself, empty backfield, and running again. And smart play right there,
That's
because
right.
after that 30-some yard run he just had, he's probably
But
winded a
I
little
think they're
bit.
going to throw the flag on him for intentional grounding, even though he wasn't anywhere close to the.
Yeah,
But you know,
I have a
there
hard
was
time with that one.
nobody there. There was absolutely nobody there for him to throw to.
well, and he was, asking the ref right there and wanted to know what he was doing. Obviously disagrees with it, but
That's a tough one.
what he needs to do is just go back to the huddle and make the next play.
That's a tough one because that's from the point of infraction, right? So, and a loss of down. Well,
Yeah, so the wrong way there, not good. So 2nd and a very long way.
we're on the 50. Then that's okay.
About
Malik?
52 seconds left in the half. Oh, wide open in the middle. And that looked to be Galen Washington, I believe, with the
Eli
catch.
Washington, I think, number 19.
No.
No, it is number 18. See, it's those eyes. I keep telling you, those eyes are horrible.
Yeah,
Galen Washington.
Eli's the big defensive end there, buddy.
Galen Washington.
Galen Washington.
Okay, nice catch.
Nice catch. Wish
Nice
he would have
throw.
kept. Wish he would have kept running.
Well, he did sort of stop there. That'll be 3rd down, and about 5 to go.
I don't even know where the other guy.
I don't see the marker. Huggins was talking to the ref there a little bit. He doesn't look like he was too happy when he came out of it.
Is it 3rd?
So as they try and get it figured out down here on the field, once they get it figured out, we'll tell you what's going on.
Wow, there's a 15-yard mark off.
So that was, whatever that was huge for the Seminoles.
42? 42.
So evidently a personal foul of some type.
Absolutely.
And that's going to take us down to strike range. 1st and 10 from the, it looks like 15-yard line. Call it 14.
First down. Clock's running.
We're all waiting in bated breath as Huggins has a chance. He undershot him just a little bit that time. 25 seconds to go in the half there.
Yeah, 27.6 here on the game clock. I think we'll go with that. And boy, how huge would it be to put 6 on the board right here,
Oh, this would be
going into
great.
the half, and we get the ball back to start the second half. And there he goes, and oh, he slips.
He was
Tried to cut back and slipped. Can't blame that on the field
Do we
because
have a
it
timeout left?
didn't rain.
He's got no more timeouts. Huggins running.
10 seconds left, running down, gets up real quick. What do we got? And he spiked it. Good job. Very good job. I'll tell you
6
what, got up
seconds
there.
left.
6 seconds. We got time for
4th
another
down.
play. Now, do you go for it or do you kick
Kick
the
it.
field goal?
Yeah, right now,
you
13
get the ball-
points would be nice.
You
but
get the ball back.
17 would be a whole.
You get the ball in the second half to start.
Does coach want to go in on the high of a touchdown? Because you know what, I think what happens here if we get Huggins in that ball as if he was to pass and let him run again, I think that's a touchdown.
Well, I will say this. The ball is on the far hash, so that's not the easiest field goal.
Nope. Good angle there, and it's in close, so. Well, that's not the direction I was saying, but. Okay, well, that would be the end of the first half.
Yeah, well, it definitely is. So that's the end of the first half with the score 10 for your Southeast Seminoles, 0 for your Bayshore Bruins. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, you'll get a chance to see some of the award-winning Seminole Marching Band. You're watching Seminole Football on SETV Sports.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. Who's this?
I'm John. I went to your school last year. I saw your pictures online and you're really pretty.
Oh, thanks.
How old are you?
I'm 16. And you?
Cool. I'm 17.
I don't think I ever met you.
Yeah, I was always too shy to talk to you. But my parents are out of town this Friday and I'm having a party. Wanna come?
Sure. Sounds cool.
Awesome.
I'll see you there.
Hey, and welcome back here to Southeast High School, Paul Meckley Field at John Kiker Memorial Stadium. A little halftime show for you here. We've got the Bayshore Bruins band out there on the field, and I have a wonderful guest up here in the press box with me, a very good friend of mine who now is a Bayshore Bruin but was a longtime Southeast Seminole, my buddy, assistant principal at Bayshore High School, Mr. Don French. Buddy, how are you?
Joey, thanks for having me. It's always an honor to see you, to be with you. Great night. I don't like the score much, but I'm sure you're enjoying it right now. So
Definitely am enjoying it, but enjoying this moment with a good buddy. Who'd have thought all those years ago that we'd be sitting here at a halftime show? And good, they got our mugs off of there.
That's
They
good.
watch
Show
the
the
band.
kids.
Yeah, show the kids. But how much fun is this? Who'd have thunk that we'd be able to do this? And how are things over at Bayshore?
hey, it's going great. We're under a second year with Wendell Butler, who is a Southeast alum as well. And he's doing some great things. We're working well together. The kids are buying into what we're trying to put forth for them. And it's kind of bittersweet for the three of us, Mike Mullen included, to be here tonight, because Mike and Wendell were both student athletes of mine here. And so I'm
awesome.
Yeah, they both call me Pops, so it's nice to be here tonight, and it's kind of bittersweet for them as well.
I understand, and I understand about the scoreboard, but we will continue to hope that number for us goes up over you guys, but we'll still
As
be
well
friends.
you should. That's how it works. That's how it works.
So a lot of people out there listening right now, they might not, know that me and you used to coach against me. And when I was a player. So, and now here we are sharing a booth. That's a lot of fun. Do you miss coaching?
Oh, God, yes. I sure do. And I think I miss it more the older I get. It was such a major part of my life. And it all began here at Southeast High School when I started teaching. And Fausta Laser got me into the baseball program, and then soon I got into football with Paul and Mike Wilder and all those guys. And one day when I retire, I'd love to get back into it, just be a bench coach. I've told you that for years. Joey, get a program and I'll be your bench coach.
Absolutely. I miss it too, and we being administrators in this district, we're not allowed to coach because we have so many other responsibilities, and I understand that. But I'll tell you what, I totally miss that too. But it's got to be cool. You coming back here. I know you say it's bittersweet with some things, but to see some of these old faces as you making your way up the press box, that's got to be just put a smile on your face, and just seeing all these old faces.
It does, and it's always good to see old friends. And again, Southeast High School was such a good starting place for young teachers such as myself, and the guys who are now the older guys, and I'm one of them now. They were so great to me, and it was such a good environment to just kind of grow up in. And I was telling Mike Mullen, my son and daughter both learned how to walk in those end zones,
Wow.
in these end zones. And it's just that this field and this school brought back so many memories.
That is so cool. And explain to me a little bit, if you would. You just talked about what, you were here coaching baseball with Coach DeLaser. Coach Meckley brought you on, let you coach. Just give me a little bit and give the audience a little bit. What was it like coaching under Coach Paul Meckley?
It was like he was a genius. He was great with people. He was great with football. He was one of the best organizers that I've ever been around. And I know a lot of the things that I took into my own coaching and even my day-to-day stuff is a lot from Paul. And he always told me to have a file. Have a file. That file will guide you through anything. He never told me what exactly was in the file, but I always had a file. And it always had something. And it got me. I have several files now, and it's all because of Paul. And he just had a way with people, and he was tireless. He never slept. Yeah. And it was great to be under that tutelage.
Yeah. Well, what a blessing for you to be able to be under Coach Meckley. And it was really cool when I kind of came into Paul's life a little bit by playing college baseball with his stepson, Matt Vasallo,
yeah.
Southeast alum, and playing 4 years of college ball. So being able to know Paul from that side, I didn't get to know him from being a coach here on this side, but that was pretty neat there too. But for you to be able to coach under a legend, that's just phenomenal. And then what are your thoughts, just real quick, not trying to stay on this Paul Meckley thing, but now he's coaching again, and now it's for Cardinal Mooney.
It's good for him. And more than anything, good for the kids that he's coaching.
That's exactly right.
Because they get to see it, and they get to see the same passion that he had here. It never changes. To watch him run out with the kids, that used to be and still is one of my most favorite things to see him do. And God love him. If he wants to keep doing it for a long time, please do it. It's good for the program, and it's good for football in the area.
And God bless his wife,
Oh,
Barb.
she's the best. She is the best.
But you look at you look at the things that he did here. Obviously the field's named after him. Everybody's like, well, when's the Meckley Magic gonna come back? Well, you know what? It's gonna be somebody else's magic, and that takes time. But I'm excited about where things are going here. Coach Timmons coming in, picking up right where Coach Rashad West left off after a short 2 years. Coach West did a great job, and Brett coming in picking up. And aren't those guys that you used to coach?
Oh yeah, and I see Craig Huggins down there on the sidelines, and is that his son?
I believe
the
that's his
quarterback.
son, yeah.
Okay, all under the Meckley program and the Meckley years, and those kids built that scoreboard over there, and they've hung those numbers and those titles up. And a part of me will always be a Seminole.
I hear you.
And it's always so good to come back and look at those numbers and names and see these kids coming back, because that's what coaching these kids is about. You want to give them the base that they can come back and give back as well.
Well, it's awesome that you just mentioned that scoreboard, so I can throw this little plug in. But we here at Southeast High School are supposed to get a new scoreboard that is getting installed next week.
No kidding.
How about that?
That is awesome.
That's been around a long time, and you talk about bittersweet, a lot of stuff there, but isn't that going to be great when you come out here and to Paul Meckley Field, John Kiker Stadium, all the history that's gone here, the many, many phenomenal athletes that have been on this field.
Emmett Smith.
Emmett Smith
played on this field.
And that's tremendous. Florida Gators, go Gators.
Yeah.
And but isn't it going to be nice to have a nice new scoreboard out there with new signs? And by the way, we are looking for a nice sponsor to put up there on the left. We're Firkins. At Firkins, if you're listening, you want to redo that would be fantastic. So right now we do have the band. The Southeast Band is out there. Bayshore just finished up. And I'll tell you what a phenomenal program Miss Andrea Vella does. Upside Down is the name of it. And it's just, these kids are amazing here too. So I'll tell you what, it's been great having you up here in the booth. Never thought the day would come, but it's been a lot of fun.
Never thought they'd ever let us on the mics again,
I'll tell you
Joe
what,
or ever.
It's fun. I'll tell you what, if I need someone to fill in with me on baseball here, because I do the baseball games, you're going to be my first call.
Oh, give me a call.
That's a lot of fun right there.
I'm not under contract with anybody after 3, so
okay, all right.
Just give me a call.
Okay, yeah, you got to make sure that your duty day is over at 3.
That's right.
Actually, I think it's 3:30, sir.
It is 3:30.
Okay, so the games don't start till 7, so I think we're good.
Okay, do you have a buffet table up in the booth?
I will get you whatever you want.
Thank you, man.
Cool.
Thank you.
Well,
I work
hey,
for food.
it's been great having you up here,
Joe,
buddy.
it's always good to see
Thanks
you.
for
Great
joining
job
us.
you're doing as an AD, man. I'm
Hey,
proud of you.
thank you so
That's
much.
a big deal.
Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and sign off here for a little bit, let you enjoy the halftime show, and we'll be back here with you shortly. And that was Don French, guest, AP, Bayshore High School.
seconds. 20 seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're back.
You know that saying that goes, "We're back." Yeah, it's supposed to scare people.
Yeah.
We're back.
I don't think anybody's scared of us.
Hi, folks. We're back here at John Kiker Memorial Stadium for the second half of the Bayshore Bruins Southeast Seminoles district game. We're currently 10-0 right now. We received the ball.
Yeah, 10-0 Southeast Seminoles. We've done a great job. I thought it was a solid first half. Definitely missed some opportunities. Could have some more points on the board for sure, but all in all, very solid first half. And yes, we do get that ball first to start it off. So hopefully they've got some things ironed out in halftime, and we'll see if we can keep clicking.
Well, the educator in me says there were some good learning opportunities.
Well, the educator in me will say I agree. So,
So, I want to remind you guys, if you haven't, liked us on Facebook, please do. Just because you get all of the updates on what's happening on YouTube, you get notifications of when we're putting out new broadcasts. I know that she was talking to Don McGee. Amanda was talking to Don McGee about volleyball, and that's coming up soon.
yeah, that's awesome. So it looks like the Seminoles are going to go from east to west and to start off this second half. And here comes the kick. Who is that back there? Looks like Ty Warren Davis, I believe. And it definitely is, and he breaks it to the outside. He's got some room. He's got the burners on, couple to beat. Great run back. We're going to start this second half from the 50-yard line. Cut it in half one time. So if that's any indication of how this second half is going to go, that's going to be very exciting.
I'll tell you, a coach must have talked to him in halftime, huh?
Yeah. The only thing I wish we had a little bit more for him, but it is hard, and we are just amateurs. We are not pros. We do not have people sitting up here with laptops and tablets doing stats for us.
I wish we
and
had
everything.
statistics.
That could be something, as much cool stuff that goes on at this school, maybe that is something that we could look into having somebody get up here and help with, because it would be nice to have a few stats to throw at you. But what we can tell you is it's been a fun game to watch so far. Two teams battling, crosstown rivals, and so far for Knoll Nation is we are up on board 10-0.
Well, Joe, you are the AD. You could probably find someone to do that.
I could probably find someone to do that, but financially we're going to have to wait. So Huggins back, handoff to, looks to be Eli Daniels, or is that number 23 Ryan Pettifreer? And that's a heck of a run, and fell on him late. Didn't like that, and that is definitely Eli Daniels, number 22. What an explosive run right there.
And you saw that little action right there at the end. We got a replay coming up of the action here. And you see him go through the line and then just take off. Now,
Yeah.
I hope they have that little ending here.
And went to him again, got wrapped up, probably a 1-yard loss.
So it's going to be second now and an 11.
Yeah, and again, not a football coach, I'm a baseball guy, but watched a lot of it. And sometimes, that a guy bust open a nice long run and he ran real hard. Why give it right back to him when he's probably a little winded? It's just my thought. Especially when you got another back who can get it done too. And he threw it to himself.
And now he's going to run for.
Well, that was definitely a slip out of his
Does
hand.
that count as a reception for Malik Huggins?
I don't know if even that is that even allowed.
I'm curious if it counts as a reception because he caught his own ball and he carried it 6 yards or so.
Well, it ended up being positive, which is a good thing.
It's third down, 4 to go. Maybe he'll pass to himself again.
Add it to the playbook. And looked to be a handoff there to number 4, and that's Frankie Clercius.
That's a name we haven't seen yet a lot tonight. That's going to make it 4th down, still 2 to go. And they're here on the hash marks, so tough angle for that field goal.
So we'll see what happens here, what they decide to do.
Well, it looks like they're bringing the field goal team out.
That's definitely Aragon. So we'll see if Carlos can knock this through again. And there's a flag.
That's good because that was also a missed punt, a missed catch by Tywarren Davis. Bad hike.
So bagging them up, we'll see if they're going to keep Carlos out there on the field to try this field goal. And it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. And he's not happy. He wanted a chance to knock that one through. He's like, oh, come on, coach, give me a shot. I like to see that.
Well, that would have been a 32-yarder. I mean, I think he's capable of doing that. But
4th and 8 for the Knowles.
4th and 8.
And we can hear
We
the
might
coach.
we might take another.
Offsides on Bayshore.
Is that Malik Huggins trying to set us back up so that we can kick a field goal? Is that little cadence of his voice there pulling those Bruins right over that line?
Well, you know, I'm telling you, you know, you're right back where you were going to try it.
Why don't you
Why
try
aren't
it
you
now?
trying it now?
Exactly. I mean, you only got 2 yards to go, and you have backed.
Well, the
Bruins
last
way
time I
up.
questioned on throwing a field goal, he scored a touchdown. Let's see if that's the magic, and absolutely not. And we've
There's
got
a flag.
and
That's probably going to be a hold.
you would think.
That's what it is.
That's definitely it. And they declined that, and it's a turnover on down. So Bayshore Bruins ball. Bayshore's defense comes up big and stuffs the Seminoles. So, yeah, I kind of question that. It's easy to do that up here, of course. But, you know, I try to put your 3 on, you know, at the end of the first half and try to put your 3 on here. That's 6 points.
We have our armchairs, you know, or we could have our armchairs. We could be armchair quarterbacks. We could call this game. But, you know, I don't think we do very good at it.
Well, you know what? That's the nice thing about being up here is we can say those things. We can give our opinion. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but just an observation.
No, it means it's wrong.
It's an observation. So would have loved to see him try a field goal there when we got back to where we were.
Yeah, I think that would have been the natural thing to do. Now Bayshore's got it 1st and 10 on their own 20.
So we need that defense to step up and continue to be huge.
Well, they have been. They have been. So, well, this has been a long. There we go.
And up the gut. Nice run there by the Bruins.
Well, he kept pushing and pushing. I will say that for him. I mean, once he set his head down, he just kept going. Looks like there's a Southeast player possibly down the field. No.
Oh yeah, and there goes the training staff. So great run by Sanan. Try to get a number for you on this injured Seminole.
Looks like they're acting on it like it's a cramp, so we can pretty much bet that's what it is. Because JK's out there and he's working that ankle back and working that foot back to get rid of that calf cramp.
And it is something that I've seen here of our players in the last few games. There's a lot of cramping that goes on. They are teenagers and
well,
sometimes they don't
so
hydrate
hot.
correctly.
Exactly, it's so hot. You know, and I tell my swimmers they need to hydrate all the time. Coach Megan and I were talking today. Even just after standing by the pool for 3 hours yesterday, we got home. We had cramps in our legs just standing there. You know, and this heat is just a killer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty much typical Florida weather this time of year. But the one thing we got to keep in mind is that nice little change is coming.
October 15th. That's what Mr. Foster always used to say.
It's coming.
October 15th is the day. And I look forward to it every year.
It's coming. It's coming. So 2nd and 4. Von Borstel back. Gives it off
And
to
up for
14, and that is going nowhere. That is McLaurin
27.
again. Javian McLaurin is having a great night.
What a great drop for a loss. What a fantastic way to read that play.
Oh, that was tremendous right there. Outstanding. So that's a huge play for the defense. That's going to put it back to 3rd down, and now we're looking like 3rd and 10. So a loss of 6. And the defense doing
what they're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely.
I mean, and what I think here at Southeast we're starting to become known for. That, really, really, really strong defense.
And pass should have been picked by Bartels. Already leads the team in interceptions.
Bartels brings it up. Number 6, Von Borsel's passing.
4th down.
Randall, incomplete.
4th and 10, and you got to think that here comes that punting unit, and as the struggles that they had in the first half, the Seminoles got to be licking their chops right here.
Well, they found that second punter that at least got the ball downfield.
Well, I believe it's their running back, one of their running backs, Sanan.
It is 4th down, right?
It definitely is 4th down.
It sure looks like they're going to try to play here.
Well, that's he's back to punt again, and that's who punted it last time.
Okay.
And definitely doing a little bit better job than the starting guy. So they've got that part figured out.
That was number 5, Sinan.
So going to get good field position here. It looks to be about the, what is that, the 44? 43 and a half.
43 and a half. We'll go 43 and 3/4. How about that?
Whatever
So
you
we're on
want.
the Southeast 43 and 3/4 yard marker. I teach physics. Should be precise.
I'm not precise. I never took physics, not this guy.
Yeah, well, I may be precise, but I'm very rarely accurate. all those bullets make a really tiny little hole, but it's way off here in left field.
So it'll be interesting to see the play calling here early here
Yep.
on this next set of downs for the Southeast Seminoles.
Well, the same group of characters in the backfield here.
Same thing. Fake throw, handoff to Wilson, trying to get around the outside.
There's a
Flag goes down. He does get the corner. Very nice run, but you got to think that when that flag goes over there where it did, that it's going to
gotta
be
a
holding.
hold. That was a 12-yard gain. It sure would be nice to pull up first down.
This is a replay.
We should
Maybe
get a
we
look
can
here
see
on this
what
replay.
happens with what's happening here on the replay.
I think you're going to see it on that wide out there. There he was right there.
Yep, there's
Yep.
the hold.
Number 11.
11. That's great. Now we can see the holding penalties and who it was with the replay. That's too bad because that was nice work.
Well, that's part of the reason why it was a nice place, because somebody
Held?
was doing something they weren't supposed to. So, and that's a shame. Neary's definitely been having a great year catching the ball. You hate to see that. That's a big one, too, because that backs you up. And
So we go from 1st and 10 on the 40 to 1st and 10 on our own 35, 36, roughly. Make it 32. That's why you. So that was devastating.
yeah, that definitely changes things big time there. That's a huge momentum killer right there.
So we have 7 minutes now, 7:09 left in the 3rd quarter here at Southeast. Seminoles up 10-0.
And I don't know about you, but I feel like this 3rd quarter here has been moving
Slowly.
unbelievably slow.
What I expect when I watch Seminole play is a lot of quickness. I've seen that quickness, but it's happening in over longer periods of time. Here we
Nice
come.
play, right up the gut. That looks like Eli Daniels,
And
or
he
is
would
that
say-
Ryan Pettifree?
and
That's
he would
Ryan
say-
Pettifree. And that was a very exciting and electric
That was
run.
exciting. And I was trying to get you to say the Cosell thing there, bud.
I don't like stealing. I don't like stealing other
Oh,
people's
we've got
things,
a
so here's-
replay here.
And
This
this
is
is going to be
great.
fun to watch because what an electric play. Ryan Pettifree just doing a nice job. Found a nice hole, a nice cut back there at the end. Unfortunately, there was one Bruin there to bring him down, but totally huge play right there. And that was just outstanding.
I
So-
don't think they expected that. We've been passing it so much that I think that they expected a pass.
And now we got Chauncey Wilson back there with Malik. Nowhere to throw, running,
But, you know,
and find somebody wide open.
Number
There's
7.
number 7, Chauncey Wilson out of the backfield. Touchdown, Seminoles. Wow, I'll tell you what, Malik did a great job of scrambling right there and buying time.
We
Here's
can
the
see it
replay
right here. We
You're
can see
gonna
Huggins right there, number 1, Malik Huggins. And hopefully they'll have him the whole time through as he just now is like, oh, my God, what do I do? And you know what? We had an angle on it that they didn't show there that showed him basically moving back and forth, round and round, or at least it looked at it like it from here.
Yeah, great job, and that was just pure athleticism.
Absolutely.
Just buying time, extending the play. We see it so often in college football with these kids that are just so athletic, and again, he just showed his athleticism right there.
Well, Carlos,
I'll say this just to finish it up: is he is showing this is the best that Malik has shown this
Absolutely.
year.
The after point is good, so Carlos Aragon has to settle for 1 instead of 3, but I'd rather see that 1.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Hey,
Yes.
and you know what? I hope we give Carlos the chance to only get 1 the rest of the night.
That's
because
a
that
good way
means
to
that
look
we're
at it.
popping up 6, you know.
That's
So-
a great way to look at it.
So that's what we were hoping to see from the Seminole offense to start this up. So good stuff right there. Seminoles, 17-0, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, and doing a great job. So I'll tell you what I would like to see. I would like to see the defense continue. I'd like to see us kind of put this game away.
Oh, I hear you, and our defense can do that. You know, as I said before, I think we're starting to get known for our defense. I think, you know, every time that Bayshore sort of finds something they can do, our defense quickly then shuts them down the next time. And so, you know, we'll see an opportunity here to see it again after the kick.
Well, you know, and it's a momentum swing, too. And
Absolutely.
It builds electricity, and everybody's excited. And now we'll just hopefully that carries on over to, oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Don't go in. Don't go in. Oh, this is good for us. Oh, no.
It could have been good for us.
Now it could. He's got the kicker to beat, and Aragon makes the stop.
Stop,
That is
yeah.
I've seen him do that 2 other times this year. I'll tell you what, and he is fired up.
Wow, you can see there, the ball is picked up from the 1-yard line, literally.
You know, what we thought was going to be just
Well, we thought this was
awesome.
going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he turns it into an incredible play.
Good
The
job.
he is green.
A good job by Carlos. You know, staying in his lane, staying in his spot. So good job there. But we've got something going on here with the
I
officials.
missed the yellow.
we've
I
got
missed the yellow rag down
I
there.
missed it down there too. You got me.
Yeah, and this is taking it way back.
Once again, football fans, please refrain from staying.
Wow, this is going back to the 1-yard line. A personal foul.
Personal foul.
Wow, that is huge. So it did end up what we were hoping, and this is just outstanding for our defense, and not a lot of choices down here when you're backed up into your own end zone.
No, here's where our defense can shine. You know, you can see them out there lifting their hands, say, "Get loud, get loud, get loud."
There goes that stadium rocking again, and I'll tell you what, we just talked about. I'd like to see him put this game away. If we can have a huge defense, safety, something go on here, this could go our way in a good way, fast. Handoff, fake, and he has nothing. He barely got out of the end zone.
He's back at the half-a-yard marker now.
DJ Bryant looked like he was in there to finish up that play. I don't know who got him off to start, but
Well, you know, and it was a fake. And I was watching number 14 carrying the ball off the fake. But you know what? They had him stopped too.
Yeah,
So
well-
they had both avenues.
It's
plugged.
obvious they like to get it to Laquavius Green. He is one of their captains and one of their playmakers on there for sure. So I do see number 5 leaving, Sanan for Bayshore leaving the
And
field.
he's been their lead runner. So so a little pitch.
Yeah, a little pitch, yeah. And
yeah, fumble.
Fumble ground. I think the ground
Do
caused
you think
that
the ground
fumble.
caused that fumble?
I do, but I'm not down there. But I'll tell you what, almost a safety. That was almost a safety. So great job right there.
Wow, it's half-yard line. Right now?
It's not comfortable down there for the Bruins, and this Knoll defense is just stepping up right now. Pressure's on, doing a great job. Knoll Nation is just rocking right now.
The back end of that ball is almost on the goal line. Looking through my binoculars, it's cold.
And thank God you have them. That's awesome.
I think you were chastising.
This is a huge play, and they're going to pass, and he's looking down the field, nothing, and that's
Interception.
underthrown, and that's intercepted by number 2, Zion Bellamy Bay. Go down and hang onto the ball, and this is huge. Another turnover. I'll tell you what, defense has got so many turnovers on the year. We got a flag flying. Hope it's
And
not.
that's just stupid.
I hope it's not
The replay?
not a penalty on us for some kind of an excessive celebration thing, because that does not make me happy at all. Yeah, and I'll speak as
That's
an
against it.
I'll
Go
speak
ahead.
as an AD right here. That is something that is uncalled for. We don't need to be doing things like that. At the end of the day, you let your actions speak. Actions speak louder than your words, and just do your playing on the field. Make a good play, hand the ball to the ref. One of the greatest of all time to ever play this game was a man named Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald was phenomenal and played at Pitt, and every single time the guy scored a touchdown, and he scored a bunch of them, he hands the ball to the referee. And that guy makes millions of dollars. So I would like to see our guys in all of our sports be doing stuff like that. So
Well, I think Mr. Timmons is going to have a conversation with them.
I definitely think that will happen. Not going to tolerate that. That's got to change, and that's uncalled for. But needless to say, it was great. Great defense. Great defense. Could be in a really good spot down there. Could be in a lot better than we are. But it is what it is.
We're going to start on their 30. 10 yards hurt us. But
And
we're
it's
still
not-
starting this drive on their 30.
And again, it's not so much the loss of the 10 yards. It's why we lost.
Oh,
the 10
absolutely,
yards. Just no reason for it. No excuse whatsoever. So I'll let it go. Okay, vent session is over. What I am excited to see is Malik Huggins continuing to be out there, and let's see him. This is the best I've seen him play, and let's hope that he continues to have some success. We've got
Four receivers
quad-
wide right.
yeah, quads right. I don't know if you call it quads right, but it
That's
sounds
okay.
good.
I like it.
And that just was blown up from the get-go. Our offensive line did absolutely nothing right there. I don't know what Bayshore did right there. I don't know if they did a stun or something, but they blasted through there like there was nobody in front of them.
Lost 6 yards. Let's call it 5.
So definitely backs us up a little bit, but the good thing for us right now is we do have a number 1 out on the field, and he's having a good game, and at any time he can break something free with his legs,
I'll tell
and
you
he's
what.
been showing the ability to do it with his arm tonight.
I might give Malik Huggins a little bit of extra credit for some of these things.
Now I don't know if we can do that, can we?
Oh, if I give everyone else some, too, it'd be
And
a
there you go. And there he
celebration.
goes with those legs again. Phenomenal job. Smart decision. Had nothing downfield. Had a wide open field to go to. And I'll tell you the reason why I think he's had a lot more running room tonight is because he's been effective throwing the ball a little bit. And
I
when
agree.
you're effective throwing the ball a
It
little
will
bit,
gives you opportunities to do other things. And now they're expecting him to throw, and he can run.
and it makes the defense play truer because
Exactly.
you're expecting pass, so you can't. So definitely, if he can continue to keep that going, things are definitely looking on the up and up for the Seminole offense. Good to see tonight. Definitely doing a good job. Handoff. Try and get a number there for you. 22, that's Eli Daniels.
He's close to a
I'll
first down.
tell you, Southeast has a nice stable of running backs.
Yes, we do.
Eli Daniels, Chauncey Wilson, Ryan Pettifreer. That's three shifty. They're all pretty fast. They're shifty. They're strong. I like it. I love it's like a three-headed
And a quarterback that can run.
And a backup who can throw it okay too.
Yeah.
So I'd say we're sitting okay. I'm excited to see the rest of the season develop. You got the first few games out of the season. The rust is knocked off.
When's our next home game, Coach? Is it
It's quite a ways
homecoming,
away.
isn't it? 19th?
And it's another phenomenal run, and looks
There's
like
a flag.
another flag, probably a holding play. And was that Daniels again? It's hard to tell if that was Daniels or Pettifrew. It's either 22 or 23.
22.
And that was definitely Daniels.
Okay, so they're talking back. The umpires are talking back here as to what they're going to do. He's getting ready to say that personal foul thing. Against us.
And our next home game is not until October 19th, which is homecoming. So we are off next week as our open date, and then we have 3 away games. And then we'll be back October 19th against Hardy, district game, huge.
But then if
game.
they come, they can be served by the parents of my Swiminals, as
Swimming
well
balls.
as
I like
the
that.
parents of the baseball team as well.
I love that, the Swimminals. That's pretty creative. I've never heard that. I like it. Don't like that penalty. Does not make this
No.
guy happy at all. And, me being up here with the bird's eye view, I can see it. So maybe I need to call a couple of kids into my office.
I think that's Brett Timmons' job there, Coach.
Yeah, well, the AD has the power to do that too. I'm confident that Brett will be able to take care of it.
I won't give anyone. Well, if I give extra credit for Malik, I'll give it to the whole class. But,
So, some penalties here.
another one?
And they just keep backing us up, so we're going the wrong way.
They're getting more yards from us than they got on their own.
It's looking that way. And good punt by Carlos.
Bounce back this way. Oh, nice Seminole bounce, too. That's going to put it down around the 10-yard line.
We'll call it the 11, so I'm glad that it didn't take that big hop into the end zone.
Exactly.
So that was nice. So defense needs to step up again, get us another play. Offense kind of fumbled there a little bit, stuttered a little bit.
The defense has been here before, not too long ago.
No, I'd say we've got some pretty good experience from this part.
It's like 90 yards to go to the end zone. There's a lot of pasture there between where the ball is and some points.
That's a fact.
Okay, usual players in the backfield there. Michael McNeil.
And first and 10 from the 10. And back to pass. Wide open is Green in the middle, and a nice catch. Nice throw and catch right there. And Laquavius Green wide open. Beautiful play from Corey Von Borstel. Nice throw.
It's right to the center of the field.
They've had that a couple of times.
They have.
tonight.
They must see that the defense is starting to spread out a little bit. They can put someone right up there, and it's not as you pointed out. It was not the first time that they found that spot.
Well, it's definitely a play that's been working for them. Definitely Bayshore's coaching staff has done a nice job. I'm kind of surprised they haven't ran it a little bit more. And I'll tell you what, that defense was stuffed up right there by number 19, Eli Washington. Phenomenal job right there.
So that's going to bring it back about 8 yards.
Yeah, big play right there. Nice loss right there. He's done a nice job this year.
Now this has been the story of Bayshore. They make a good play, but then they start going backwards as well.
Yeah.
And them not from penalties, them from their
own
southeast,
mistakes.
basically swarming them behind the line of scrimmage.
So that's going to be 2nd and 15.
We have 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play here.
And clock is
Southeast.
ticking. And
Clock was ticking.
Look like we have a timeout. No, that's a penalty. Delay of game penalty.
Delay of game.
Delay of game on Bayshore.
So I'll take it, take it back 5 yards. Still second down. But just, add up to it now. That looks like 21 yards to go or 20 yards to go. Second down.
We'll take it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We'll take it.
Looks like a bunch of Bayshore players are coming in.
I'm wondering if fatigue is starting to kind of set in a little bit. Our defense has been hitting them in the mouth. It's been very physical down there. And Eli Washington, holy smokes! And I'd want to see what this penalty is right here.
I don't think that was even a catchable ball by their players.
I think they're going to call that holding on the defense. Can't agree with that.
I wish I could see a replay.
Coach Phelps isn't happy with that one either.
I mean, maybe that's why there was no one in the region, but
Call was on Zion Bellamy Bay.
what a great name. Isn't that a great name?
That is a great
Makes you think you're in an island someplace in the tropics.
So the good news is they do not have a first down still. So 2nd and 11. Ball in what looks to be about the 22. Fake the handoff. Defensive end's in there again. Quarterback's going to take off and run and gets about 4, maybe 5.
Oh, I think you're giving them too many.
Yeah?
I think it's closer to about 3.
Okay. Well, it's going to be 3rd, and we'll call it 8. And this is a big play for the defense here.
Oh yeah, they can get really nice field position after the punt if they can hold them down.
So make sure we stay on sides here. Very important. Don't give them a gift.
Von Bonstell back to pass.
And incomplete pass. Okay.
It was
good.
dropped,
He was
so it's
wide
gonna be
open. Yeah.
4th down, and I don't know if they're going to go for it.
So we'll see if they bring out the punt unit.
Looks like the punting team is coming on.
That's another great job by the Southeast defense.
I'm very happy by the continued pressure the defense has been able to put up.
Absolutely.
And they've played a lot. They've got to be tired, but they've just been playing really, really, really well.
I agree with you. I feel like they've been out there quite a bit, but I'll tell you what, their motors have not stopped ever since. He's got a.
This one's catchable. No, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I don't know why he didn't step up into that one, but anyway, Seminole ball, going to be about the 32, and I think it's pretty important right here that we get something out of this drive. Whether we'd love to score points, but we need to see some movement down that other side of the field. I like to see him clean it up a little bit, no penalties, and I'd like to see that run game, a little sweep, little pass. I mean, we've been running it very well, and don't feel like we've seen Malik throw it a whole lot.
Well,
yet.
sure, and we'd like to see him go down there. Worst case scenario, we don't score, but we leave them down way back there again, where they have shown that they're not effective.
Yeah, because we're closing in, at the end of the third quarter.
That's right.
We're up 17-0, so.
We have 1 quarter to play. Plus
so
a little
Malik's
bit.
still in the game. Back there, I believe that's Wilson with him. Hand off to Wilson, cuts it back. Still running hard. That's a great hard run right there. I mean, he picked up about 4.
But that second effort, just there's probably 3 yards, 4 yards on that second effort, and it's so nice to see these kids employing that drive to get forward.
Absolutely.
Looks like we're going to get one more play this quarter.
Same setup. Chauncey in the backfield. And I think that one might be on us. And they're going to tell us.
Well, they're going to walk it that way.
Yeah.
Walking it to the right, that's us. Well, I know that the end down here jumped a little bit. The wide receiver is already in motion, so we got a 3-pack on this side this time. And a handoff to Wilson.
And taken down fairly hard. No running room there. Going to bring up 3rd and I would say 13.
That's a pretty good bet.
So the offense sputtering here in the second half.
You know, but they still got 7 points this quarter.
Other than that beautiful run, and then they had the nice run by Pettifreer, and then you had that little scramble by Malik. Other than those 2 plays, it kind of sputtered since then. No flow.
Well, as they transition the ball down the other end for the start of the fourth quarter, I want to remind you again to keep up with all of SCTV's broadcasts and updates by following us on social media and on our website. Visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/SEHS Television for links to all of our live broadcasts. That's including a volleyball game coming up next week, I believe, and updates on our award-winning program. We're also on Instagram at SEHS Television. There you can find some off-the-scenes or behind-the-scenes kind of footage from our students and program director. Our website, sectv.news. You can find links to all our social media there. Make sure you subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. We would appreciate it.
So we're at the start of the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 12 for the Seminoles. A little dump off to Ty Warren Davis, and nothing really doing.
He's gonna get 2 yards.
Maybe 5, 4 or 5. Going to bring up 4th and 9. And the punt unit comes out.
But we know Aragon can kick, so.
I'd like to thank SNN for coming out again and making this the game of the week. I don't think anybody's disappointed. I'll tell you what, you look across the field, Coach, and as Aragon gets off a low punt, but a great roll for the Seminoles. It didn't look pretty, but it turned out great. I'll tell you, you look across here, and there's just people across the way lined up along the fence. Kind of reminds you of the old days in games.
Oh, yeah.
So great crowd. Thanks for everybody for coming out.
Well, I watched that Bruin player sort of reach out for that ball, and I could just hear his coach screaming, "Don't touch that ball!"
Right.
So it'll be.
Knoll defense back in action.
We've seen a lot of them today. Bruins 1st and 10 on their own 25. Same usual suspects in the backfield. Number 6, Greg Bell-Borstel. Number 2, Michael McNeil.
And that was broken up by Cam Bartels.
You know what? And he looked this way first, and there was nothing but orange jersey jumping up in front of him.
Yeah.
He couldn't throw. He had to go to his relief valve over there, and that was well covered.
Yeah, nice job by the defense right there. DBs playing really good, tight coverage. Really nowhere for him to go right there.
Well, there must be a mosquito up here. Got a hold of me.
I'm good. They don't like me.
I've got these little short socks on. It just it is like, come to Papa, mosquito lunch.
A little swing out, and that is read perfectly by the Knowles
Wow.
defense. I mean, that was nowhere a chance being a good play for them right there. Looked to be number 24.
Yep, Jordan Green. What a great read. What a fan. And this, this seems to be the the path that their offense and our defense are following every single session.
Yeah, that was a great job, great read by the defense, in particular their Green, and brings up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 16. Got him pushed way back, and I'll tell you, this could be a huge play right here. Big momentum swinger right here.
Oh,
if we can
absolutely.
get something rolling here.
We still have 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
Oh, that's a good pump fake, and
that's a nice catch.
That's a nice catch. I'll tell you what,
That's going to take it to the house.
Yeah, that's a beautifully thrown ball by Von Borstel right there.
Devin Randall, the receiver.
Yeah, that was just a pretty play. I mean, nothing really you can say. Just beat our guy. Again, nice pump fake. Bit hard on the pump fake, and he was wide open.
What a
and
great,
perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah.
It's just a great play. So, unfortunate for the Knowles, give up their first points to Bayshore for the night. Brings it to 17-6 with 9:55 left to go in the game. Kicking unit out for Bayshore. We'll see about that in just a second, or see if they're going to go for 2. I believe I see the quarterback.
Looks like the quarterback
Corey
is out there.
Von Borstel looks like he's going to be the
No,
holder,
he's
so
the
we do
holder.
have a kicker.
Looks like
I believe it's 20.
Pitchford.
Ishmael St. Louis.
20, okay.
And that is good. So 17-7, Knowles give up a big play right there. Again, it was nice play by the Bruins, making it a ball game.
Bayshore, Bruins 7, Southeast Seminoles 17.
So it's going to be interesting to see how the Knowles respond now after giving up points. Everything's been great all night long, haven't given up anything, and now give up a big play. Let's see if the offense can answer. Let's see if Malik can get things going again. The guys not next to him can get a break free with a couple of those explosive runs that we've seen tonight.
I'd like to see that. I think we definitely need to answer Bayshore and say, we are Southeast. This is the game we play. We let you get by one. Here, we're going to come back in your face.
Yep. And it seems that there was a penalty.
Wow, they're going to kick from the
That was
45.
A huge penalty. I'd really like to know what's going on down there as far as that stuff goes, because that's telling me that it's another
That's a personal foul. Yeah, that's. Looks like Coach is having a little conversation with them right now.
Well, Coach Timmons definitely has them all huddled up, and I'm sure he's having quite the speech, which I am very glad to see. I understand that they're teenagers and emotions happen, but we've got to be better than that. We can't let our emotions get to us because next thing you know, we're going to give something away.
Absolutely. Because we're not done yet. We still have 9 minutes and 55 seconds to play this ball.
You're exactly right. This game is so far from over right now. I really,
They can't be done yet.
don't be complacent. I can tell you that.
Okay, so ball's being kicked for the 45-yard line of Southeast.
You don't see that very often, do you?
No, that's yeah. So and actually, that would have been a perfect opportunity for an onside kick. Yeah, as I think about that, it went into the end zone. It's touchback. But as I think about that, they're on the 45 already. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Even if they get it.
Even if we get it, it's going to be around the 35-yard line. That's a reasonably good run back. You're not losing anything.
I don't disagree with you at all. I actually think it's very observant. Not a bad call.
But we can do that. We can make those calls.
Yes, we can, because they don't matter. But on this, on the other side of it, by them not doing it, the offense has been sputtering the last couple times.
Sure.
So they're probably like, well, we got them under 20, and we back them up even more. So Again, that's why we're up here and they're down there.
They're making the big bucks.
So a change here. Malik goes under center. Haven't seen that a whole lot tonight. Straight run right up the gut. Pretty much nothing. Maybe one.
You know, I got to think that that's what they're expecting when Malik Huggins goes under center.
Yeah, I believe that was Pettifree. It's hard to see between 22 and 23. You'll have to forgive us here. It's 23. It was Pettifree, Ryan Pettifree.
81 now in the backfield.
That's number 34 for the Bruins, Hollywood stop.
81 is Isaiah Pettifree.
So we traded Pettifrees?
They're brothers.
Look out.
And there goes Wheels.
Is that what you call him? That's a good name for him.
Well, he's got some good ones, and he's very shifty, very athletic, and I tell you what, that was a great play by Malik. We needed that.
Huggins. I like Wheels Huggins. I like that.
Wheels Huggins. Maybe I just gave him a nickname.
I
I don't know if he'll like it, but it doesn't matter.
I'll call him that in class.
All right, like it. Hey, Wheels isn't a bad thing.
No,
It could be worse.
It could be. Wheels is actually pretty good.
So 1st and 10. That was a better job by the offensive line. Right, wide open was Pettifree, and just a little bit overthrown. Not a terrible play, just a little bit overthrown. Really like the call right there.
But it is sure happy that he got his fingertips on that. Otherwise, that was an interception.
Yeah, but just a little too much.
Yeah,
but so much better watching
Here
him.
comes the replay. You can see that right now. That's a nice pass, and just a
little
bit long.
Yeah, just a little bit. So that's going to bring 2nd and 10. And again, forgive us, hard to see. That's 23. It looks like Pettifree in the background with him, in the backfield, sorry. Handoff. And maybe 2.
Pettifree.
23, right?
Yes.
That's number 23, Pettifree. Short gain up the middle. 3rd and about 8.
So Huggins is all by himself now.
So like to see a nice positive play here. Need a first down. That would be pretty big right here. And I don't know what's happening on that the outside of that line over there, but they're just busting around that corner. Seems like it's like nobody's blocking them.
No, he got out of bounds around the, let's call it the 44-yard line of Southeast.
So here comes Carlos Aragon, going to punt it away again. And let's hope for a good punt, and we need to pin them back here and hope that defense can hold them up.
This is similar to what last time, and last time was not necessarily a good result. So
the offense sputtering. Definitely got to do some rethought. Nice punt by Aragon. Fair catch called by Bayshore.
Oh, he
fumbles
drops it.
And we've got to fight for the ball down there.
Well, Bayshore
right
has got it. Yeah, and they're going to give it to
call.
Bayshore.
There's a call. But a little bit of excitement there early. Thought we had an opportunity, but that's going to be, looks to be on what, the 27.
Yeah, I'd put it there, 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bayshore.
So good job by Carlos, too. He's had a nice game.
Yeah.
He's been doing a nice job punting for us. Nice job kicking off. It's very important to have good special teams.
You know, and he made a fair catch call, but they got right in close to him. When that ball popped out, they were there. I was really hoping that we'd come up as a victor on that, but you know what? It pulled them back another 5 yards.
That's correct.
So it's still a win.
So let's see if the defense can be stout and stuff these guys. Love to see a 3 and out right here or a turnover. And that's definitely didn't happen on that play as number 5.
Salmon.
That was a great run. Looked like a first down run to me. And they are moving the chains.
So that'll put them up to about 38-yard line, 37-yard line.
I'd call it the 37. Sounds good. Looks like it from here. And you got to start to wonder, and we talked about it, it seemed like our defense has been on the field a lot
They're
tonight,
tired.
and they're probably starting to feel it a little bit.
Yeah. Low hike, but
Yeah, low snap, but a little swing pass out there into the flat. Looked as if we'd get about 3 or 4. Looks to be we got a player down, or no, just slow to get up.
Just slow to get up.
Big Bayshore guy, number 63.
Yeah, he was on the bottom of that
Big
pile.
man was trucking over there. I'll tell you, old Jesse Cannon. He used to go to Southeast High School.
Did he?
Yes, he did. His brother plays for us.
Really? Second down, about 6.
Old Nate Cannon, number 45. 2nd and 7. Handoff. Great job by the defense. Good pressure right there. Right up the gut.
Sanan, the ball
And that
carrier.
was Eli Washington in on that play.
There you go. He was one of those you told me to watch for in the very beginning. 6:30 left to play in the fourth quarter.
Well, then this is a crucial time in the game. You know, clock's ticking down. You only got 6.5 left. It's where you need your playmakers to step up.
That's right.
Excuse me. So 3rd and 9. God bless you, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That sneeze, man.
Ooh, that'll get you. All right, 3rd and 9. Huge play here for the Seminole defense. Huge hold would be great right here. And they are bringing the house. And a pass over the middle is broken up. Wow. Oh, they got a flag.
Here.
I did not see a flag on that. I'll tell you what, I
Well,
would love
maybe
to
we'll
see
have a
replay,
replay.
hopefully. But that looked like a great play right there.
Sure did.
Oh, my goodness. It looked like he put his hands on the ball and he knocked it out.
So we're going to watch this replay really, really closely and see if we can see what happened here.
I
don't
did
see.
not see
There must have been a
anything
hold
right there.
or something.
I don't see anything right there. Nothing whatsoever. Oh,
I don't think that was a good call.
I agree. I agree, partner.
That's going to move the sticks. First down and 10 on the Seminole 47-yard line.
So had a chance to hold him right there and didn't come through.
Yeah, I don't think that one's our fault.
I agree. But needless to say, we still got to hold him now.
Absolutely.
And these fans are rocking the stands.
Van Borstel back. He throws.
Oh, and almost another pick. I mean, we are just, tell you what, we are so close yet. on
almost picks?
Oh, my gosh. You know, and I will tell you that even though our next home game isn't until October 19th, we will be on air before then.
Well, of course, for volleyball.
We're going to be on air at Cardinal Mooney.
Oh, that's right. We're doing the road trip this year to Cardinal Mooney.
We are doing a road trip to Cardinal Mooney. I made a phone call down to my friend and athletic director, Bill Donovan, at Cardinal Mooney. Me and him got the opportunity to, I actually, fun fact, while we're having a little break, my freshman year spent a semester at Cardinal Mooney High School.
Really?
I did. I spent one first semester at Manatee and then went to Mooney for a semester. So Bill Donovan actually taught me in a class. But when I was the athletic director at Sarasota Military Academy, I got the opportunity to work with
Mr. French have you as
yeah.
So you're bringing in all your old
yeah, Mr. French used
leaders.
to coach against me. Yeah, but Bill Donovan is the AD at Sarasota Cardinal Mooney, and when I was at Sarasota Military Academy as an AD and dean of students down there, we were in the same district as for lacrosse and for soccer, so we've worked together very closely on some things. So I asked him if we could come down, and he said he'd love to have us. So how neat is it? And as you see. Quarterback dropping one back,
pass.
and
that's definitely a flag.
It's absolutely a flag.
That's just stupid place to
yeah, and defense is definitely not making plays
They're tired.
right here. But to finish up that story, I think it's pretty neat that we're going to do our away game at Cardinal Mooney, and it's against the old legendary Paul Meckley.
Of course.
So that'll be neat. So, unfortunately, things are not going the Seminoles' way, but we got
said it
something.
Earlier.
And it just wasn't a very good play by Bartels right there.
No. Our defense is better than that.
And he's better than that.
Must be a water break. It's about time.
Yeah, I'd say so.
5:37 to go in the fourth quarter. here at John Kiker Memorial Stadium.
Well, if these guys can find a way to, I know they might be tired, but you
Well, I
got to
know
find
5 minutes can seem a lifetime, but
that 5 minutes and
5
37
minutes?
seconds on that clock could end up being 30 minutes for us easily.
That's right.
So I know they might be tired, but this is where, hey, you've got to dig deep. Think about what you're playing for. It's a district game. Put that sort. You got the weekend to rest, and we've got an off week coming up. So let's get after it right here. Suck it up for 5 minutes and 37 seconds. Leave it all on the field, and I think it's time for the defense to make a big play.
Okay. Let's let that happen. May the force be with them.
Are they listening to me? Can they hear
You know
me?
what? I'm sure they can.
Sorry, the coach in me comes out sometimes.
That's okay. That's why you're kind of fun up here.
And I'll say this too. And yeah, this is Seminole Network and everything, and we're rooting for the Seminoles. But hey, we got to give some credit to Corey Von Borstel. I'm going to tell you what. He's a good little quarterback.
He
throws the ball very well. Handles himself very well back there. I like him. I think he does a nice
his
job.
receiver of choice is Laquavius Green, and we've said that number several times tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, he
said
does
that
a nice
name.
job. Yeah.
Yeah, so give the Bayshore, give the Bruins their due. They've got some players out there.
There's a reason they're 3-0.
Yeah.
And now we've got to pass it.
And we have
and that ball, he just got rocked, but that was a catch by number 1, Kevin
There's still
Campbell.
a yellow piece of cotton out there.
And there is yet another flag. We've seen a lot of flags.
We've got a replay.
Let's see if we can
For you.
see see
infraction.
what the penalty is.
That just went by too fast. But boy, he was rocked.
He got he got hammered. I'll tell you what.
Okay, well,
And I think
they're
that's
going to bring
against the
him back.
Bruins.
Yep. I didn't see the hand signal though. Did you see it, Joe?
I did not.
Well, it's 5 yards.
The penalty was against the Bruins. That'll back them up. Second and about 6.
So it did back him up a little bit. So second and we'll call it 6.
That's probably a good number. I bet you heard that just a second ago.
Yeah, I think I had a little help. I think we've helped each other out a little bit up
Just
here.
a bit.
Well, it's called teamwork.
That's what it is.
Yeah, Jerry does a great job announcing these games for us. His first year on the mic, and couldn't be happier with the
absolutely.
job he's done. And again, buying himself
Well,
time. A nice little touch pass, underthrown, almost picked off by us. And there is yet another
flag. Well, there's a
and
referee
the
on the
ref
ground.
is on the ground, slow to get up.
He
And
doesn't
we've
look
got
happy.
A Seminole that was down over here. No, he's back up.
Ref doesn't look happy. Okay.
Cam Bartles. It's
Well, that's
Cam
gonna
Bartel
go-
is what it is. Bartels.
It's going to go against the Bruins.
And that is the correct pronunciation is Bartels.
Penalty against the Bruins. That'll back them up. Second and long.
And we got our usual
Mr. Miner is
Mr. Miner.
joining the house.
He makes the rounds. Hardly ever misses a game. Mr. Miner. It's always good to have
It is good to have,
It's good to have school board members come by.
Watchdog Miner come by and
absolutely show their support for the kids
yeah.
and Southeast High School. So it's very appreciative to have them here. So we've got a 2nd and 11, and we need a big stop here by the Noles. And another beautifully thrown ball way up high, and did he hang on to it?
Is that an interception?
And they're saying no.
This is incomplete. Broken up by number 2, Bellamy Bay.
So Zion Bellamy Bay with the
With a breakup.
breakup right there looked like it was going to be a
It
pick.
sure did
I'll
look
tell
like it
you
was going to be a
what.
pick. You need to go? Okay, it looks like we've got a little break in the entertainment here on in the stand. So
Clear from the incident. Football fans, please back up.
Joe had to take a run down there and do some of his administrative duties. So this is up to me. And so basically, quarterback back, going long. Oh, and I don't know how he didn't catch that ball. He's hurt, actually. Bellamy Bay can be credited for stopping that touchdown. Okay, and here it comes. Here comes the replay right now. You can see, and right there, Bellamy Bay hit him hard. Okay, causing that ball to come out. That would have been a touchdown. Okay, it looks like we have a injured Seminole on the field as well. I'm trying to get a number for you. That's not good. What I hear is that Malik Huggins is down. No, we're just down in support of their number one, who is Kevin Campbell, who took quite the lick from Bellamy Bay. Okay, so we have 4th down, 11 yards to go. Basically right now, Borstel is back. It looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. 4th down and 11 from the 34-yard line of Southeast. I'm not quite sure why the referees have stopped play. It looks like they've asked number 21 of Bayshore to leave the field. I'm not quite sure what is here. He's being replaced by number 7. Okay, that would be Brian Coleman. I know I've said that name once or twice. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but you know what? I'm not necessarily one to have sense made out of. Okay, so 4th down, 11. Quarterback's back. He throws. And at the right at the marker, Mr. Green drops it. Incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs, 1st down Seminoles. On their own 36-yard line. Well, folks, I don't want to seem unduly quiet while you're listening to me. So, here comes the Seminoles. Malik Huggins as quarterback. Looks like number 23 in the backfield. And we just got a flag for something. Illegal substitution or too many men? Wow, we just got another personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm not exactly sure where that came from, but that drops us back to, oh man, a long ways. Say first of next week. Well, but then, look out. Here comes... Here comes Wilson. That is Wilson. No, that's not Wilson. I'm sorry. There's a touchdown. That's taking it all the way to the house. That's number 23, Ryan Pettiferi. Touchdown Seminoles. 23-7 now with 3:44 left to go. Wow. I understand. I just heard next door it's a 66-yard run for Pettiferi. Carlos Aragon to kick the point after. Ball's up. They say it's good. That'll be 24-7 Southeast. Ahead of Bayshore, 3:44 left, fourth quarter here at Southeast High School, Bradenton, Florida. Okay, in just a second, we're going to kick the ball back to the Bruins. I'll tell you what, though, folks, I have not seen, I don't think, this many personal fouls against Southeast in a long time. Okay, we're usually the ones that are bringing the personal fouls out, and there's absolutely no reason for it. We're winning the ball game right now. So, you know, Coach Timmons has got to talk to his boys. You know, as Joe Collis was saying, you know, we understand they're young men, and you know they've got a lot of things going on. They're growing up, but at some point, you know, sportsmanlike behavior is a hallmark of the football game. And I know with my swimmers, you know, swimmers and football players are not the same thing by any means, but I expect that sportsmanlike attitude. And I think we've had 6 personal fouls today. That's just too many. Okay. Looks like a little confusion on who's going to carry it, but there's no confusion on who's running it back. Once again, Aragon gets the first real hit. Okay. Number 7, Brian Coleman. Basically fantastic return. Takes it down to really close to the Southeast 40. Excuse me. I'm sorry, it's going to be the Southeast 45, it looks like. And let's just hope this defense can be back in business. Okay. Number 2, Bellamy Bear trying to signal the crowd to get excited. Hopefully the crowd is getting excited. I mean, that would help our defense. Unfortunately, inside the booth here, I can't hear what's going on except for I can hear them shaking their feet, and I don't feel that right now. I don't feel the earthquake happening. Okay, quarterback back to pass over here, number 21, and he gets away from a couple tackles. Keeps getting away from a couple tackles, but he doesn't go anywhere while doing it. That was Devin Randall of Bayshore. Looks like number 23. I'm sorry. 22. Eli Daniels being the final person to catch him. So second down, probably 7 yards. Von Borstel over against the sideline asking for plays. Sanon in the backfield with him. Sanon's had some great carries. Ball's up. He looks like he's looking to pass. Left side to number 21. We've seen that before. That'd be Devin Randall. And we're going to take a look and see if it's far enough to move the chains. It's not. It's going to be third down and short, maybe about a yard and a half.
That'll bring up a third down.
Van Borstel back to pass. Throws long. He has a receiver. This time it was caught. But boy, what a price he paid for catching that ball. Number 1, Kevin Campbell. Okay, what a price he paid for that catch, but he did make that catch. That'll give the Bruins at least a possibility for a little bit of respect. And then on top of that, we have a roughing the passer penalty, and so that'll be tacked on to the end of the play. It's going to be first and goal from, let's call it the 4.5 yard line. Looks like the quarterbacks have a little conversation with the referee. Okay, looks like they're waiting for someone to come online.
First and 10 for the Bruins at the six-yard
So first and goal for the Bruins, 6-yard line. Carry Von Borstel's pass was intended for Green, incomplete. Now be a second down goal for the 6. 1 minute 30 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Once again, I'm sorry, Joe Collis had to take off. There was a disturbance in the stands. And, you know, he he is an administrator and is called upon to do those administrative functions. So second, 6. Second and goal. Back to pass. Van Borstel's pass is tossed to number 22, incomplete. That'd be Edgar Garcia.
Borstel's pass intended for number 22, Garcia, incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and 6. Or maybe I should say 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Got to see the defense stand up. Okay, I'd like to keep this at 24/7. I hope that Coach Timmons would like to keep this at 24/7. 3rd down. Goal. 6-yard line. Van Borstel back to toss. A quick little pitch out. I believe that was incomplete.
Van Borstel's pass is incomplete, intended for number 14.
That'll bring up 4th down. So far we've had a good steady defense.
Football fans, please refrain from standing near the fence line. Be courteous.
And it looks like we have a player down.
We have an injured Seminole on the field.
I can't get a number for you guys. The injured player is walking off the field now. Is number 6. That would be Cameron Barbs. Or Cameron Bartles. Bartels. Cameron Bartel. Injured player is walking off the field. So he should be okay. So once again, that brings up 4th down and goal from the 6-yard line. Bayshore evidently is going to go for it. They have attempted to pass in the last 3. However, Senon, their running back, is in the back of the field with their quarterback, Van Borstel. Van Borstel back to pass as expected, and he meets the Seminole defenders on their way in. They're going to turn that over on downs on the Seminole 10-yard line. 1 minute 8 seconds to go. Call it 1 minute 7 seconds to go on the for the fourth quarter.
First and 10 for the Noles.
So first 10 Noles, and a flag was just thrown.
Looks like a flag on the play.
And it's going. This one is going against
Call against
the Bruins. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Okay, so that's going to take 15 yards and add to the current location of the ball. They'll bring the ball up to the Seminole 30-yard line. So they're placing the sticks now from the Seminole 30-yard line. Back to quarterback, still Malik Huggins. Looks like Octavius Pentafere is back with him. Yes, Pentafere, 23. Ryan Pettifier. Short gain for about 2 yards up the middle. That'll bring on 2nd and 8. .34 Looks like they're ready to kneel down and take the win. Well, it's hiked.
All right, sir.
17 seconds.
Hudgens takes the knee.
And it looks like the winning streak that was in it tonight was a 3-0 streak by Bayshore. We're going to put this one down in the W column for Southeast. And it's over, folks. That would be it. That would be the end of the ball game. Southeast 24, Bayshore Bruins 7.
Southeast Seminoles 24.
Anyway, that's it, folks. End of the game.
Thank you for coming out tonight.
24
The next home
from
game
your Seminoles,
is on October 19th,
Bayshore 7.
which is homecoming against Hardy.
So,
Fans, please leave the stadium calmly and quietly and quickly this evening.
he was not real happy about the number of calls that were made for unsportsmanlike conduct. Okay. And, you know, as a coach, I would say that when it comes to 7, I think it was personal conduct types of penalties. That's not a good showing for Southeast. But otherwise, you know what? I want to stop now. Next time we talk to you is, the next time we talk to you from John Kiker Field, or John Kiker Memorial Stadium, will be homecoming, October 19th. I understand there's some things in the works for possibly that we do something at Cardinal Mooney, and we'll be in touch with you on that. Make sure that you check in on our Facebook page. Once again, that's Facebook. That is, well, you know what? I get lost in all these papers. How about Facebook.com/SEHS Television? Okay, that will give you the links to all the games that we do. Otherwise, you know what? I'm sorry Sanders wasn't here, but I have to say I had a whole lot of fun with Joe Collis. And I see him right down there on the field taking advantage of a Seminole win, so that's really, really cool. Our next broadcast will be on next Thursday. We'll be airing our first volleyball game of the season. Our next football broadcast, 3 weeks, but that'll be a away game at Cardinal Mooney. We will still be doing play-by-play and color commentary for that game. Someone will be here. I'm sure it will probably be me and Sanders, so I think you're going to get back to the Mike and Mike show. I'm really, really sorry about that, but, you know, some things happen to say. Stay tuned to our social media, okay? That way you stay up to date. Thanks, folks.